Well, I'm your man, DUI lawyer Malcolm Anthony at 285-4LAW. 285-4LAW. Once again, 285-4LAW.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning, Coogan Nation. Time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Prosser.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth. Rise and shine, Googans, go time on a Cal and Chunky Accessories Tuesday. I am fired up for some football, man. I'm going to start with something I bet a lot of you aren't aware of. Gibby, good morning, friend.
Good morning. How are you? You're fired up. I am too.
I'm well.
I'm ready for football too.
All right, I'm going to ask you a question here as the college football season gets going in earnest, as they say, coming up this Saturday. It includes Georgia Clemson, and a lot of focus today on Florida, Miami. And I think this is like a forgotten big game, depending on how long you've been around. Gibby, if I ask you to name the programs in the history of college football that Florida has played games against, like, to rank by the number of appearances. Florida, Georgia have played 102 times. Florida, Auburn have played 85 times. Where do you think Miami would rank? Obviously outside of the SEC, but you got, I'll just say Georgia is number 102. Auburn is number 2. They've got 85. For example, FSU is number 5 outside the conference with 67. Where do you think Miami would rank all-time Florida opponents?
Well, I know this is
career matchups.
Yeah, I know this is the first time Miami's played in the Swamp since 2008.
Yeah, it's been a long time. They have, the first time the teams have met at all since I think 19.
I'll say 10th.
Yeah, 7th all time.
Wow, I was going to say 10th or 8th.
Yeah, this is the 57th meeting between Florida and Miami. And just to put it in perspective, based on like what generation you're from, Florida has played Miami more times than they played Tennessee, and more times than they played Alabama, and more times than they played quite a few SEC squads. Forever, this was a blood feud. It often opened the season. A lot of memorable games in the early 80s. When Miami was first blossoming into a national power and Florida was finding itself through some interesting recruiting under Charlie Pell. There have been just so many interwoven storylines, so many temperamental moments in this series through the year. It's just so fun to see college football, at least from Florida's perspective, open with this game against Miami. Gibby, a little trip back in time here. We're going to personalize the story. I was a freshman at the University of Florida in 1985. Miami was, maybe top 5. It was Vinny Testaverde's first game as a Miami Hurricane. Jimmy Johnson was on the sideline. The Canes were a favorite at home. It was a night game in the Orange Bowl against the Gators. It was the first game that Florida played where with me as a student there. So what did I do? Being the, uber sports fan, we piled in my roommate's 66 Chevelle and didn't even think about getting a hotel room. I mean, that's not even in the picture. We don't have any money, man. We're going to scrape it together, just get the gas and maybe a few beers to get down there and back. So we pile. It's an 8 o'clock kick. We pile into the Chevelle about noon in Gainesville. Take that long trek down to the Orange Bowl. Do the old Orange Bowl thing. Those of you that have been to the Orange Bowl, you're parking in somebody's yard, bowl side. The old Orange Bowl when it was a packed game like this, took you forever to get in. So of course didn't get seated until about midway through the first quarter. Florida went on to rout Miami that night. I was like, dang, man, picked the right place. I didn't have any ties to the University of Florida before I went there. And that's just my own little personal snippet. I think Hick may have been at that game, actually. He was years ahead of me, of course, being the old man that he is. So Miami has always meant something different for me. I think it meant a lot to a lot of people. The rivalry died in the 90s when the SEC expanded. Steve Spurrier had been intent on getting Miami back as an every year opponent. And they played consecutively for 40-something seasons. And the meetings have just been a lot further and fewer in between. If you're keeping score at home, I know you are. Miami leads the overall series, 29-27, I think it is. Florida did win the last time they played. It was also the first game of the year. It was in Orlando, remember, 2019, 24-20 Gators there. The last time they played in Gainesville, Tim Tebow was the quarterback. And speaking to the sports hate in this rivalry, I remember in that one, the Gators kicked a field goal late to make it 26-3. It's 23-3. It's kind of, quite frankly, a disappointing outing for Florida. That's a national title season for the Gators. Tim Tebow is, a junior coming off a Heisman. They were going to lay it to Miami, as I recall, that night in the Swamp, and the Canes kept it relatively close. Florida tacked on a field goal late, just because. But, yeah, they played, let me see here. Yeah, they played pretty much every year from 1938 to 1987. So, 51 straight years, and now since 1987, they haven't played a ton. They played a Sugar Bowl game. I was at that one. That was a good game. Number 2, Miami beat number 7, Florida in that one. They played in Gainesville. That was like early Ron Zook, maybe his first game. Canes walloped them. Miami was number 1. I believe won a natty that year. They lose to Ohio State. The two played a Peach Bowl in Atlanta. Miami beat them pretty easy. They played that game that I just referenced in 2008 in Gainesville. They played 2013 in Miami. 2003 in Miami was interesting. That's the one Florida got off to a big lead, and Brock Berlin, who had been a Gator, came back and led Miami to a victory in that one. So yeah, not the amount of meetings. We'll have Chris Doering in the Doering Report, and I bet you if Doering has any remiss about anything as a Florida Gator, it was not being able to play Miami. Growing up in Gainesville around that program, I promise you, for a guy who never got to experience that rivalry as a player, I bet you Chris Doering has a really good perspective on just what Miami means. Meanwhile, you get ready for this so important game in the Swamp on Saturday night, and Billy Napier finally admitted the quiet thing out loud. We often speculate, when do they start working on a game, a first opponent? Like, have the Jags already been installing and working towards Miami? Who knows? But the Gators, when it comes to their Miami, Billy Napier admitted it.
I would like to say we've been preparing for going all the way back to January. So this is an opportunity for our team to start telling their story, relative to 2024, to put on display some of the intangibles that we've developed over time through a lot of hard work.
Been preparing for Miami since January. The Swamp should be special on Saturday night. This is a very, very in-demand ticket. I mean, it's packed. It's sold out. I read something somewhere. It was top 10-ish in something, either pregame interest or in recent memory. But they may set an attendance record down there Saturday afternoon, to be honest. I keep saying Saturday night in the Swamp. Feels like this game should be a night game, man. It does. But it'll be a sweltering 3:30 kick. It'll feel different. It's not an SEC game, but it's a rivalry game. And if you were in that stadium on Saturday, expect to feel that.
I do think in these types of games, emotion will not be, needed. Energy, we won't be lacking for that. I think the key here is that we execute. I think execution will be key. I think it's important that between now and the game that all of our decisions reflect kind of our vision for who we want to be, what type of outcome that we want Saturday.
All right, so we got the Doering Report coming up in the 7 o'clock hour. I got more from Billy Napier to share with you this morning from yesterday's press conference. Game week finally here. What a big opponent looming in Gainesville on Saturday afternoon. What a great test. It's and what a great rivalry. Can't wait, man. Can't wait. We're cruising now. We're cruising. God, you gotta love the passion of college sport fan, don't you? The passion of college football is unrivaled. It leads to lunacy. To wit, this headline I'm reading, pressure mounts on Mike Norvell as Florida State fans demand change. What? Come on, man. Then in the opening paragraph, Norvell's job security appears tenuous as dissatisfaction with the team's trajectory intensifies. It's trajectory, huh?
Didn't they just go undefeated last year?
Did you not didn't you not just reach a cruising altitude of undefeated? I mean, yeah, I don't know if losing to Georgia Tech in the opener with all of the personnel you're having to turn over would qualify as nosediving into the mountain. Let's just take a deep breath.
If they got blown out by Georgia Tech, you'd be like, now, wait a second. But they lost on a last-second field goal.
Yeah, well, and it's the out-physicaling part, I think, that sticks with people. Maybe that's something that they just weren't as energized as they should have been, and lesson learned, and now we'll start to see, the talent, the schedule. If they can be good, the schedule cooperates. Schedule cooperates. You got 4 or 5 here to get well if you're any good. Now, if you're capable of losing at SMU or falling to Boston College at home, then, does that mean that pressure should be on Mike Norvell? No. Come on, man.
I saw ESPN's playoff predictor gave Florida State now a 12% chance to make the playoff. 12%.
Well, and there are a lot of offshoots of what happened Saturday in Dublin, Ireland, and one of them, obviously, is the importance of it because it's an ACC game. If they had to open against LSU, like they have the last couple of years, or they, open against USC or Michigan or somebody outside the league, you can lick your wounds, learn your lesson, and not have the urgency of that ACC schedule now staring at you. Toughest game will be, in conference Clemson, maybe at Miami. Back to the Canes, we find out more about them. Coming up, amazingly, it feels like Mike Norvell is as much on the hot seat as either Billy Napier or Mario Cristobal, who can only hope to get to where Mike Norvell ultimately got 3-4 years into his tenure there. So we shall see. But, man, I guess what I get from my sane, rational FSU fans, what I get from them is they just feel a little duped. Does that ring true? No, guys out there this morning feel a little duped. Based on a few things. One, just how good, and what a season you've had last year, how good they've been the last year and a half especially, and how Mike Norvell talked up this team in the preseason. And so, and duped, maybe not necessarily maliciously or intentionally, but I just think that it was an eye-opener from the standpoint of, wait, that's not who I thought we were. I thought that the portal was immediate. That Jared Verse is going to have 2 sacks, Verse being a former portal guy. And that didn't show up, at least not in the first game. But again, they got to get right schedule if they can, most importantly, get right. Let's turn our attention to the Jags when we come back on the other side. I guess fine-tuning is what we look forward to. I mean, with the trade of Travis Gibson from a position, edge rusher, which is already leaves you wanting. I can't help but wonder what they have up their sleeve when it comes to expected roster cuts other places, potential trade targets that might be out there. So we'll hear Doug Peterson's thoughts on it, and one of the edge rushers who just seems like he continues to ascend, we'll find out when the games matter. But that's Trayvon Walker, who sat down with Hayes Carline of the Frangie Show yesterday. So I'm going to let you hear some Trayvon Walker coming up this hour as well. We have a brunch with a tour today. They head into a championship weekend, and boy, suddenly Scotty Scheffler with the 2-shot lead feels like an underdog to a degree. So we will talk about the final event on the PGA Tour schedule and a champion crowned. Got the Doering report and lots of Florida-Miami talk. That's coming up in about an hour, 7:15 or so. The Lockett High School report brings us a big hitter from Bradford County. Appropriately enough, their nickname is the Tornadoes, right? No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bradford Tornadoes.
Yeah, that's just that would be a nickname for their defense if you called them the Prairie Dogs or something else, because that defense in Bradford has been ferocious. And where do you guys get a load of what they've been doing down there the last few years? And off to a good start after week 1 as well. So we'll reset the high school scene here on Tuesday mornings for you. An interesting, eye-opening weekend all around the First Coast. So Up and Adam on a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. Thanks for being with us. And we'll return with some Jag talk and more on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. College football is coming. Celebrating another season of college football.
This should be fun to watch.
1010XL's college kickoff coverage is brought to you by Jenkins Genesis of Northeast Florida and Island Oaks RV Park.
Let's do it.
On 1010XL.
Come on.
Hey, guys, if I told you I'd give you a hotline of better health, give you more energy throughout the day, give you some help with either chronic fatigue or chronic pain, or maybe even with the libido and sex drive. If I told you there was a number you could call and start the process of turning back the clock, would you do it? 619-3609, 619-3609. That's Integra Concierge Medicine. It's a number I call, the appointment, the treatments, energy, fatigue, chronic pain, great sleep at night. Doctor on Demand Paul Busset is there with no wait appointments that always run on schedule. It's hassle-free health care, and it's you getting some stuff back you didn't know, maybe even perhaps that you'd lost. 619-3609, Integra Concierge Medicine. From crippling allergies, libido, chronic fatigue, find the cause, get your hormones in balance, and go to Integra Concierge Medicine. Do it today.
Do the Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle. If you're looking for a pre-owned vehicle with lifetime warranty, Garber Auto Mall can wiggle it. Best price, best payment, best trade-in value, Garber Auto Mall can wiggle it. With a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, Garber Auto Mall can wiggle it. Visit us in Green Cove Springs or at GarberAutomall.com. And remember, at Garber Auto Mall, there is always a little room for wiggle. Garber wiggle, Garber wiggle, 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 Garber wiggle.
Get this thing unwrapped here. Duval!
Prize, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, Dan. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Dailies Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, you know, like me. I'm sure there's a Dailies Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Dailies Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Dailies Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Expert Automotive is ready to keep you cool this summer. Right now, get an AC inspection or a system cooling checkup. Your choice for only $19.99. Their gift to you this summer is $50 off any service and a free tire rotation with any service. Their ASE certified technicians can keep your car cool without breaking the bank this summer. Call them at 374-3373 to get an appointment today. Expert Automotive. They never sell greed, only what you need.
Hey, we're wheeling and dealing with my friends at GolfTeeRepair.com. Now, Golf Tee Repair is a site. They don't really fix golf tees. They are doing stuff in the game of golf, affordable golf wear from Jacksonville for Jacksonville ladies and men who love to play. We got polos, T-shirts, hats, hoodies. Gotta see it to believe it, though. GolfTeeRepair.com. All natural materials for comfortable, breathable clothing. GolfTeeRepair.com. Man, it's great to wear this summer. You can wear them to your college football games. You ought to see the Florida shirts they have, the Florida State shirts, the Georgia shirts. They have those as well. And if you type in the promo code Gainesville20, Athens20, Tally20, you get 20% off those shirts while supplies last. And it's all at GolfTeeRepair.com. GolfTeeRepair.com. They got all kinds of stuff. Affordable golf wear for Jacksonville guys and ladies. GolfTeeRepair.com.
VSiN's College Football Guide delivers betting previews of all 134 teams with best bets for the playoffs, Heisman Trophy, season win totals, conference winners, and much more. Only on VSiN. Pro subscribers get the full guide, but you can download your free copy of the guide right now. Featuring a betting preview of the Gators, Seminoles, and Bulldogs at 1010XL.com. That's 1010XL.com. 1010XL.com. Download your free copy of the guide right now.
For all your plumbing needs, call on the Bold City's best.
The water heater's broken, disposal doesn't work.
toilet's overflowing, the wife's going berserk. There's water all around me, the faucet sprung a leak. The only way to fix it is to call on Roland Reach, 'cause I got the blues, yeah. Roland Reach Plumbing. Lose the bad plumbing blues and find your peace with Roland Reach.
Yeah. It's hard to stop the Tomahawk Chop.
I'm RJ Saunders. Follow Florida State's road to the college football playoff on the Seminole Report.
Brought to you by your local Ag Pro, your home team on 1010XL.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
When all you have is a hammer, everything is a nail. I'm Dr. George Bari, and like me, I know you have been bombarded with PRP and stem cell treatments from companies that promise the world and charge prices to match. Or the surgeon that convinced you the only way to treat your injuries through surgery. At Bari Orthopedics, we offer the best PRP treatment on the market with prices that won't cost you an arm and a leg. We also have the expertise to treat your injury surgically, if that is what it entails. We can discuss all surgical and non-surgical options with you and make sure you get the best treatment available. Come see me, Dr. George Bari at Bari Orthopedics.
Calling all fans of Duval to downtown Las Vegas during the game against the Silver and Black. This is Lauren Brooks from Helmets and Heels. Join us at Circa Resort and Casino this December for the Jacksonville Game Day Getaway, featuring an incredible all-in package. Get a 3-night stay at Circa, $200 food and beverage credit, plus a day bed at Stadium Swim. With 6 temperature-controlled pools and a massive screen, it's the world's largest hot tub party. The all-in package is only available until August 30th, so act now. To book and to join the Heels in Vegas, visit circalasvegas.com today.
Electricians, innovators, and tech enthusiasts, listen up. Miller Electric is shaping the future, and we want you to be a part of it. From healthcare and data centers, corporate offices, aviation, and industrial facilities, Miller Electric is powering the most exciting projects in Jacksonville and beyond. We offer not just a job, but a thrilling career with great pay and incredible benefits. Visit us at millercareers.com to apply. Miller Electric, where your skills meet our vision and equal opportunity employer.
Tired of changing out bad sod year after year? Get it done right with Roundtree Sod. Big or small, they have it, and always supplied farm fresh. For a lush, legendary green lawn, call 7414-SOD for a free estimate. 7414-SOD.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Back on the Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. Big toys for big boys. Much more. You can count on Catlin, home with a big honking horn. Careful with that. Give someone a heart attack. I'm waiting for the day. I looked into my crystal ball into the future, and I see a day where 6-year-old Johnny announces a deal with Tonka, and he's going to play for Coach Red's T-ball team this fall. Thanks. Shout out Tonka. Faison Brandon, you know who that is? 5-star quarterback. He's the number 1 ranked prospect in the class of 2026. He is already committed to the University of Tennessee, and he'll take up the board of education there in the meantime, suing the North Carolina State Board over its ban of endorsement deals for student athletes at public high schools. Faison's mom, Rolanda Brandon, is going to join him in that lawsuit. Now, he's a standout at Grimsley High in Greensboro, who, as I said, is committed to Tennessee. In the full complaint, says he was approached by a prominent national trading card company, presented with an opportunity to provide a certain volume of signed memorabilia prior to his high school graduation. In exchange, NIL would pay him a, let's just say, substantial sum of money with payment structured over time. The agreement would provide Brandon and his family financial security years to come. Look, the waters are so muddy, I don't know how you stop. You can't unring the bell, man. All trickles down. When college football went non-amateur, because you're not amateur anymore if you're getting paid to play. When the Olympics went non-amateur, when high school platforms become bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and more named and known, there's a whole market out there of folks who know a lot about this kid and other kids.
I saw Cooper Flagg, the big prospect for Duke, just got a big deal with New Balance.
Well, there you go. I mean, I don't look, your thoughts on the situation aside, in this case, it is what it is. And if this is where Faison Brandon, this is his ceiling and he never amounts to anything after this, so he would have made some money for what he's done to this point, for what his brand is at this point. And, yeah, sign some trading cards. The company's putting together top high school football player trading cards, and they're going to pay him to do it. And it's money that can, take you to another level of stability. Yeah. Yeah. Good luck, North Carolina. Telling them, no, you can't do that. But, of course, if you want to go work 80 hours a week delivering pizzas, knock yourself out, kid. I mean, I'm no one to tell you what summer job you get, but no, don't get that one. Yeah, doesn't sit right. Jags are sitting right in a pretty good spot. You know, we've talked about this. I think overall they're pretty happy with the preseason. After the Travis Gibson trade, I'm just curious what they're doing at rush in. Doug Peterson, you got enough depth there, my man?
Good. Obviously, Miles has really improved. DJ Coleman's another one that's improved a little bit and over through camp and the offseason program and it's what you want. It's your development. It's what we talked about, going back to day one, right? And how we develop the roster and a good situation.
Miles Cole would be the rookie 7th-round pick out of Texas Tech. I think what I draw from all this, it tells me, and based on the probably vanilla looks that we saw in the preseason, Jags are going to be bringing those linebackers a lot. You feel me? They're going to be bringing those linebackers. Whether it's Ventrell Miller or Greg Lloyd, I always want to call him Devin Lloyd or
Foyer.
Right. They're going to bring those linebackers. There's going to be so I think the sack total is going to, the linebacker sack total is probably going to be higher this year than others. I just don't see how you can stand pat with where they are at rush in right now, which is basically, after all is said and done, your rush in depth, as I look at it, is Trayvon Walker and Josh Hines-Allen. Hard stop. I mean, Armstead, it may be like a hybrid player, go in and out, but certainly wasn't signed to be a rush end. Interesting. Bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see if it pays off. Meanwhile, the other area of concern, quite frankly, and I look at the projected, 53 that various people are putting out, and I'm not comfortable with the depth of the offensive line, the names that are behind the starters who have not, proven to be above league average themselves. But here's Doug Peterson on the offensive line.
Yeah, I saw these guys really kind of roll off the ball. I know 2 really good drives, to end in touchdowns, and I thought these guys did a really good job playing together. Communication, there was great communication on the sideline between those 2 series right there, and saw some physicality, in the run game, which is good to see.
See if that communication equals success when they take on the Miami Dolphins, because now, don't look now, gang. We're a week and a half out from Jags, Dolphins in South Florida.
We'll look a little bit at Miami, probably later in the week. But right now it's still let's clean up the game and continue to push.
All right. Listen, by the way, Peterson did again point out Anton Harrison, what a bright spot he's been. And that quote you heard about the offensive line was that limited time they've played together as a unit, that first quarter at Atlanta where they sure were efficient, that's for sure. Now, granted, the opponent, guys that aren't in the league here, and checks watch, 10 minutes. All right, on to a guy on the defensive side who has just drawn compliments all camp long and all preseason heading to that regular season open. That's Trayvon Walker, who says he continues to grow as a pass rusher, including adding a spin move.
For me personally, it's just a fact of making making myself comfortable being uncomfortable. Obviously, I'm not a big spin guy, but if it's something that's going to help me at the top of the rush of my pass rush game, then obviously I'm going to do whatever it takes for me to be able to obviously stay in the pass rush or stay live and be able to get to the quarterback.
You know, when it comes to the Dolphins, you know, we all think about that stress that pass offense and that speed can put on you, right? With Waddle and Hill and Tua. But, you know, Trayvon said, go ahead to look ahead a little bit to the Dolphins. It's all about, like, almost any football game. You got to stop the run with Miami, and that, too, can be difficult with that combination they've got with Mostert and Achane. Walker asked if he started doing a little peek ahead to that season opener.
I mean, I definitely peaked at Miami, but me personally breaking down film, I have grown over the years, knowing what to look for within the film and not just looking at myself all the time, but obviously evaluating everything from an offensive standpoint and a defensive standpoint.
What are the most sought-after tickets in college football this weekend? It's a bevy of big games, right? I mean, we've talked LSU and USC, Florida and Miami, Georgia and Clemson, Texas A&M, Notre Dame, bunch of big games. Where do they rank when it comes to the price of the ticket? I have in front of me the 5 most expensive tickets for these college football games this weekend. I'll share that with you when we come back on the other side. And we'll tee up a football fix for all of you who held the faith and drafted CeeDee Lamb in your fantasy draft right where he deserves to be drafted. You're in luck. He is signed with the Dallas Cowboys, and he'll be full go when their season opens. So more from the National Football League with Football Fix. That's coming up next as well. Up and at 'em with us on a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. You're listening to The Drill on 92.5 FM.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Atlanta Braves today, $1.12 road favorite at Minnesota, -108. It's Spencer Schwalbenbach on the hill with the Braves, 5-6, 3.94 ERA. Simeon Woods Richardson for Minnesota, 5-3, ERA 3.698 over at Target Field. Jeffrey Spinks gets the ball for the Braves today, $1.30 dog at Seattle, and Logan Gilbert -155, 7 under the total. Thursday night, UCF opening the season, 41.5-point home favorites against New Hampshire. Saturday, Miami laying 2.5 at Florida, the total 54 at the Swamp. Florida State returns action Monday, laying 18 against Boston College. Bet smarter with Juice Reel. It's free in the App Store. Juice, R-E-E-L. Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Did it rain a lot this morning?
No, it was nice and sunny.
Well, the backyard's kind of swampy.
Huh, yeah. Especially where the septic tank is.
Oh, no. When was the last time we had our septic tank pumped?
Don't neglect your septic. Just call Duck Duck Rooter, your local plumbing and septic experts. DuckDuckRooter.com. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
When you're stuck, call the Duck. 904-862-6769.
Hey, Hicken here for Bow 9 Associates. You'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden, currently called upon for his expert opinion. He's currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area and the founder, of course, of Bowden Eye. Visit Bow 9 Associates today and experience the difference. They're keeping the First Coast focused. That's Bowden Eye and Associates.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Denny Thompson here. If you want to work with new tech security cameras or home automation, Tyson Sound & Security is a growing company looking for you now. Tyson is now hiring for sales, technician, and administrative positions. You'll start at the industry's most competitive pay, and they will train you. Apply online at TysonSoundandSecurity.com or call 762-1000. Tyson Sound & Security hiring sales, technicians, and administrative. Call 762-1000. Equal Opportunity Employer.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700, offices Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Cooking with Prisco.
These things are wonderful. You're going to love it. Have a rolling.
Catch CBS Sports senior NFL writer Pete Prisco every Friday afternoon on The Franchi Show. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles on 1010XL.
Hey, sports fans, this is Hayes Carlion from MyBookie. Oh, Gators, Canes, Georgia, Clemson, LSU, USC, Florida State, Georgia Tech, and of course, Jaguars, Dolphins. It is here, and are you ready for the ultimate football season? Using MyBookie Sportsbook and Casino platform, you can bet on every game and win anytime, anywhere, straight from your mobile device. No app needed. Just click my link, sign up, and you're ready to rock. When you bet with MyBookie, you're not just watching the games, you're investing in every moment of action. I'll say it from experience, a few bucks on the line can turn any regular game into one of the most exciting of the season, because you don't have to bet very much. Don't forget to use promo code 1010XL when signing up to claim a $1,000 bonus on your first deposit. Again, promo code 1010XL. Get that bonus. Don't let that pass you by. Bet anything, anywhere, anytime, only with MyBookie. And don't forget that promo code 1010XL.
Wondering what you're going to do for dinner tonight? Southern Steer Butcher is a full-service butcher, and we grind and make sausage in-house every day.
Now open in Ortega. For tasty tips and juicy breasts, choose Southern Steer Butcher.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality product and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
If you're ready to transform your yard with a fence that stands out, elevate your curb appeal with Superior Fence and Rail. Superior takes pride in offering first-class service, friendly installers, and unmatched fence products. Mention this ad and get $250 off your next project. It's time to get off the fence and call today.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Family owned and managed for 20 years, Hidden Hills Golf Club boasts a unique and welcoming golfing atmosphere. Visit us at hiddenhillsgc.com to book your next round on our Arnold Palmer signature course. You'll be glad you did.
Raid wants to know, what would you do if you could confidently face every day knowing you and your loved ones are protected? Would you sing along to your favorite song at the top of your lungs? Turn off the GPS and let your heart do the guiding. Go to the drive-thru and order one of everything. Feel the buzz of confidence of knowing you are protected with 65 years of insect science in your hands. Raid. Protection for everyone.
Ackerman Cancer Center's Total Body MRI is the latest technology in early detection. This comprehensive imaging goes beyond regular scans, providing a holistic view of your health in one 60-minute scan. Schedule your Total Body MRI at AckermanCancerCenter.com.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
With the Jaguars getting down to the 53-man roster, head coach Doug Peterson is as happy as an NFL coach can be.
Yeah, I'm happy, but you're never satisfied, right? We haven't seen all the pieces, but pleased with the development of the entire roster.
Preseason saw the further growth of quarterback Trevor Lawrence as his head coach had him more frequently under center.
I think Trevor's really grown under center. He's getting more comfortable with it.
The Jaguars got well welcome news on Monday with starting wide receiver Christian Kirk returning to practice. Kirk missed the last 2 weeks of practice and the final 2 games with a mild calf injury. It appears he should be prepared to go for week 1 against the Miami Dolphins. That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back on to Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. Going to try and stay on schedule here. We got the Doering report just over a half hour away. We'll visit with the former Florida Gator All-American. Miami coming to town this weekend. The Gators will also play UCF. This interesting stat has been forwarded to me on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. This is kind of amazing. UCF has five transfer quarterbacks starting for other schools in FBS this year.
Wow.
5. Tommy Castellanos, who FSU sees this weekend.
Boston College.
Mikey Keene from Fresno State. Timmy McClain's at Arkansas State. Parker Navarro is at Ohio. And, of course, one of the top quarterbacks in the country and one of the Heisman favorites, Dylan Gabriel at Oregon, don't forget, started his long and winding college career at UCF. So 5 starters at other FBS programs having transferred out of UCF. By the way, Baylor has 4. We got one at UAB, BYU, Virginia Tech, and Mississippi State. That's a lot of Power 4 conferences, schools represented on that list that I just gave you. All right, here is the Shazam Spotlight this morning, brought to you by ShazamAuto.com, the Murray Ford Superstores, Stark, Kingsland. Take that short drive, save on these big city prices. Here are the top 5 most expensive matchups in college football this weekend, I'm sure from one of the ticket, broker sites. And then I'm going to have something, one more here from Billy Napier momentarily, Gibby, just to give you a shout out. We call an audible here at the line. But anyway, here they are. Gibby, what do you think the 5 most expensive tickets are? In no particular order. If you get one, I don't know if you're going to get all 5. I don't know if you're going to get number 1.
Yeah.
Here, the big games are.
Yeah.
The big games. You know what they are.
Right. I would say the Florida-Miami game has to be up there.
It's number 3. Average ticket $161 for the Canes and the Gators in Gainesville. 3:30 Saturday. That's number 3.
Notre Dame, Texas A&M.
Number 2. Texas A&M hosts Notre Dame, and they are lathered up out there. $191 is your average ticket for Notre Dame, Texas A&M. Number 2 most expensive ticket.
LSU, USC.
LSU, USC is number 4. Neutral site game, 23 v. 12, $129 your average ticket there.
Georgia, Clemson.
So all we got left is number 1 and number 5. Is Georgia, Clemson number 1 or number 5, Gibby?
I think it's number 1.
It's number 5. $117 only. I mean, shoot, that's peanuts to go up there to the Dome and watch Clemson and Georgia. No, the number one, and here's the Shazam part of the Shazam Spotlight. The number 1 most expensive ticket in college football this weekend.
West Virginia?
Penn State at West Virginia, $239.
Wow. Is that a case where they don't play all the time and that's driving it up?
Yeah, and I think if you do a deep dive, West Virginia had some shenanigans with the tickets that may have driven up the price. I don't know the exact circumstances of that, so I won't take it much further than that. Meanwhile, Florida, Miami was mentioned in that. And listen, Billy Napier is expecting a special atmosphere when they host the Canes Saturday afternoon.
Look, I mean, Gator Nation is going to be on full display Saturday. And look, we're not taking on this challenge just as a team. We're going to have 93,000 of our dearest friends out there, right? So it's critical. We talk about as a football team, we want to create a nightmare for the opponent. This is one of the most iconic venues in all of sport. And I would anticipate it'll be pretty special in there Saturday.
You got to get some bite back in that swamp. I mean, look, we go back to last year. I mean, you go back to the last few years. Too many Kentuckys and Arkansas and Vanderbilts, for Pete's sake. And did Vandy beat them in Gainesville one year? Maybe not Vandy. No, they Maybe they did. I don't know. It runs together with mediocrity. Missouri a number of times. Hey,
I feel like they did. Like a running back had a big game.
I feel like they did. I know they beat them up there when Anthony Richardson threw that Hail Mary up to like section 412 in the last play of the game. I think they may have gotten them, though, in Gainesville also. Maybe with Chompers. Yeah, so you got to get that bite back in the swamp, and no better way to start the rebuilding process to really put down a foundation of toughness, ultimate success. And that's winning this game at home in the swamp on Saturday. Again, Chris Doering joins us more on that in about half an hour. So fire the band. We got a football fix. Let me give you some news and notes around the National Football League. CeeDee Lamb got paid. There was never a doubt. Now they can turn their attention, I guess, to Dak Prescott and Micah Parsons, but it's a 4-year, $136 million deal for Lamb. They checked all the boxes that these receivers want to hit from both a financial and a reputational standpoint. The $38 million signing bonus is the largest ever for a wide receiver. Also gets $100 million in guarantees. And the average, you do the math there, 4 years, $136 million. The deal makes Lamb the highest paid wide receiver in Cowboys history. What does that check in at per year? $436. That's going to be 30, and that's going to leave like $35 million. Justin Jefferson set the market earlier this offseason, $35 million a year. A.J. Brown's at 32. Lamb is second highest paid now, and then it's A.J. Brown, $32 million. Amon-Ra St. Brown, $30. Tyreek Hill at $30. And also good news if you happen to draft CeeDee Lamb in your fantasy draft, because others may have been fearful of what would happen the first few weeks. Looks like you'll have him good to go all season long. There's also rumors in Dallas that they're kicking the tires on Dalvin Cook. They brought Ezekiel Elliott back, don't forget. Pollard went to our rival, the Titans, this offseason. I guess they've got like Royce Freeman, Rico Dowdle, some bodies, but Dalvin Cook perhaps at least being looked at by the Cowboys. Packers have gotten a Titans cast-off. Boy, they used a third-round pick, quarterback Malik Willis, and the Packers willing to try and utilize him as a backup. Broncos say they're going to cut wide receiver Tim Patrick if no trade is made, which I would think would hurt your chances to trade him. I don't know, just me. Let's see. Chiefs have reached a deal to reunite with Juju Smith-Schuster. We had that news breaking a little bit late yesterday. Tua says he hasn't heard from Flory since his critical jab. All right, now we're getting too much in our feelings. You said your piece, bro. Now we got to track his response. Not good enough for you? Was he supposed to call you? Does he need to come hug it out? You said your piece. Threw him under the bus just fine. He answered. What do you mean haven't heard from him? Does he need to send you a text with a heart emoji? Perhaps. There's momentum towards Drake May actually grabbing that New England starting job to open the season. Brissett got hurt a little bit, and quite frankly, at least according to their coach, Drake May has been out playing Jacoby Brissett of late. The gap certainly is very, very close. This is a true competition. And I would say at this current point, Drake has outplayed Jacoby. Now, in saying that, we have taken the full body of work, going all the way back to spring, getting a training camp. We'll see where we end up. But that seems to be at least the preamble to seeing yet another rookie quarterback start the season. Man, it's become so just almost assumed now. Well, that many years ago where rookie quarterbacks were rare. It's Football Fix. You're welcome. Brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. And with your insurance agent, you get the assurance that things will be handled always to your advantage. It's Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. And the home course, the Jointed Creek Golf Club, the best value in golf. Tee it high and let it fly. And set your tee time at the Jointed Creek Golf Club today.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hey, you can hear from my friends at Lockhart Construction. That's a longtime Jacksonville business. Shane Lockhart, his pops, his guys, all from here, taking care of people who live here. People like the Hickens who needed a new bathroom. We called Lockhart, and voila, we had a new bathroom. They're fast, friendly, affordable, and they're clean. They're terrific. I can't say enough good things about Lockhart. They've done my son's siding. Tremendous. Looks like a brand new house. You unlock better living with Lockhart Construction. Their family gives your family a better living experience. So if you have a construction need, a remodel, thought, an idea, give Shane a call. He'll call you back. That's how he works. It's real easy. 994-3865. Shane Lockhart, Lockhart Construction. 994-3865.
Of all the places in the world, this is our favorite. This is home. 1010XL. Jacksonville Sports Radio. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Mia here. Get it all when you shop Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. Just listen to this. Over 275 SUVs, over 200 cars, over 100 pickups, over 50 luxury vehicles. That's over 600 vehicles, and they're all in one location. Arlington Pre-Owned even has 125 vehicles under $18,000. Plus, you get Arlington's 60-day exchange program and financing help from their Credit for Everyone program. Shop online anytime at arlingtontoyota.com.
Bold City AC, keeping you cool.
Feeling the heat, Jacksonville? Cool down with Bold City Heating and Air. From repairs to energy-efficient installs, we do it all. Family-owned and trusted since 2016, we offer clear pricing, NATE-certified techs, and unbeatable service. Call Bold City Heating and Air today and experience the bold difference.
Bold City AC, keeping you cool. Bold City AC.
Visit boldcityac.com.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
These are the last days for Monahan Jewelers store-wide 50 to 60% off sale. These are the biggest savings we could possibly offer with everything on display, discounted 50 to 60% off, ending Saturday, August 31st. We bought so much brand new jewelry that we need to make room for it, and the only way to do that is to give you huge deals at 50 to 60% off everything. And the sale ends Saturday, August 31st. Diamond jewelry, colored gemstones, gold chains, everything on display is 50 to 60% off at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Hey, school's in session, and here's today's lesson. We have hundreds of certified vehicles to choose from, starting as low as $89.99. Plus, they come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile peace of mind warranty and free oil changes. That means you and your soon-to-be drivers will be protected. Plus, every purchase allows us to fund teachers' projects for the entire school year. Your next assignment, get to Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. Deadline August 31st. We're here to wow you and our teachers.
At the First Coast YMCA, you'll find much more than just a gym. We offer many ways to help you be active, reach weight loss goals, and find your inner strength while you connect with your community. Family memberships at the Y include unlimited group exercise classes, childcare while you work out, and youth sports participation. It's easy to join the Y and affordable for all. Plus, the Y is a great place to meet a new circle of friends. Visit the Y near you or online at fcymca.org.
How hot is the surface of the sun? The answer next.
Does your homeowner's insurance company contact you before, during, or after a big storm? If not, then it's time for you to contact Southern Oak Insurance. Find us online at southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
The average temperature of the surface of the sun? About 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
PRP treatment is kind of the thing these days, and in many cases, it eliminates the need for surgery. This is Sheridan Tootin, and my experience with PRP from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has been nothing short of great. I'm really feeling much better now. Ask your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist doctor about PRP treatment.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, where athletes are treated like pros.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Prosser here. I've been telling you for years about Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Football season finally upon us. Imagine watching your favorite team in your new Lifetime Man Cave, family hangout, or Lifetime's version of a she shed. And now Lifetime is expanding their replacement window division. Make your home energy efficient with their Energy Star rated windows. Enclosures, flooring, and windows to fit any and all budgets. Visit the showroom just off Phillips Highway. Proud partners of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let Lifetime be your home team.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Baker Glass. It's Gator Week as the team looks to the season opener against Miami. Head coach Billy Napier pointed out areas of progress during the preseason.
Our football's improved. We've got a formula that we kind of subscribe to, and I think that we've improved. Ultimately, I think all parts of our team.
Game week for the Georgia Bulldogs as they prepare to open up against Clemson. Head coach Kirby Smart says with these two well-coached programs, it may come down to fundamentals.
It boils down to who blocks the best, who tackles the best, who makes the least catastrophic mistakes.
ESPN's Paul Feinbaum continues not to endear himself to Seminole Nation with comments like this following the Noles loss to Georgia Tech.
Florida State always finds someone else to blame when things don't go their way. We saw that last year when they blamed the media, that they started suing their own league.
That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
76 degrees at 6:58 time and temp, brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
You know it! Oh, this music better mean something. Better mean something at the end of the third. Woo! Yes, sir! Oh, the hype is huge. It's real. They know it's coming. Oh, you're coming into a hornet's nest. It's all or nothing, baby. All or nothing. Game 1, week 1. Take it! I see that other schools are doing this now. I think Oklahoma and Oklahoma State
picked out a song.
Oklahoma,
something country, I'm guessing,
is Toby Keith, and Oklahoma State, I think, is
Somebody
Garth
else.
Brooks.
Okay, it's bad news for Garth.
App State, we got Luke Combs playing.
Do they?
Oh, yeah.
Do they do it at the end of the third?
We do it all the time.
Oh, well, yeah.
Long neck, ice cold. That one's blaring. End of the third, wherever you want.
Oh, okay. All right. It's kind of become like a little bit of a
Into the third.
Interesting, yeah.
I kind of like the old, swaying back and forth. I know they do both. But
yeah. Oh, it's pretty cool, though.
It is cool. It has not been successful. I mean, the program has gone south since we instituted.
Somebody reminded me
the
that
tradition.
You said that the other day, and actually we looked it up. Remember, Florida's record at home has been very good. Very good.
Yeah. It's not. I just mean overall.
Overall, for sure. But the Swamp is
the game I was at where it was debuted. They lost to LSU. That's the one where Felipe ran it out of stepped out of bounds.
Felipe,
instead of just getting rid of it.
Come on, Felipe.
One of those was it Chark maybe had like a big reverse score maybe in that game?
Yes, because we used that highlight when they drafted.
Yeah.
We thought this is going to be big.
This Miami rivalry is so much bigger, I think, than your average fan. As we age, and your average fan is of an age where these schools don't have a rich history together. But buddy, they sure do. 7th most common opponent in Florida history, and that's not playing them at all for 30 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 57th meeting, only 6 teams. They played Miami more than they played Tennessee.
It's funny, though, the 49th meeting was 1987.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
They played every year from 38 to 87.
Yeah.
Every year.
Yeah.
I mean, just as
it was a great rivalry when I was a kid. I grew up in Miami, so I loved it. It was
a great rivalry when I was in school there.
So it was always a lot of fun. And
it was kind of culminating. The early 80s, there was a lot happening there in those 5-6 games.
A lot of good stuff. We had you can go way back and do the Gator, find the Gator flop because they want to get John Reeves that record for passing yards, I think. So
I wonder if I'm sure they will give
Howard kicked
homage.
a field goal in
1980,
if I remember right.
Well, in 08, the last time they played in Gainesville, Meyer kicked a field goal late.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
I think we sat together that game in the stands.
Yes.
And the expectation was Florida's going to beat them 56-3.
26-3.
Yeah, it was 23-3, and Florida kicked a field goal with like a couple minutes left, maybe even to cover. I don't remember what the. So it's been a contentious rivalry. It sure has. It's been a contentious, hard-hitting blood feud. It's had all kinds of crazy plays and big rival moments, upsets. In fact, here's a little one for you as ESPN and ABC come to town. ESPN's first live college football telecast was Florida-Miami in that game in Tampa that,
I was at that game.
Flipped in the last, minute.
Yeah. Went to that game, went to the I remember Florida beating them in 83, and then they won the Natty that year.
Mm-hmm.
And Florida hammered them.
28-3.
Yeah, hammered them.
85 was my freshman year, and the first game of the year, we drove down to the Orange Bowl, went to that game.
Yeah. Gators won that one.
It's a good way to start.
Was that Vinny Greenball's
his debut, yeah. Jimmy was still there.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of good 03 was the Brock Berlin. Yeah.
They let them back. Florida had a big lead down there. They blew it.
Sucker. Florida was up 33-10 midway through the third.
That was hard.
And
Brock
won.
Berlin, the former Gator.
And Berlin goes 18 of his next 20.
Well, that was hard.
Hey.
We also had
Who was our
it was Gavin.
No, it was the other guy. It was the guy who's coaching in Tennessee. He was a punter after Leak
That's
took
not
his.
Gavin. Ingle Martin.
Ingle Martin.
Yeah.
Ingle Martin. Yeah.
And we brought Leak in, I think.
Yeah. There's always, in fact, it's almost every game always has something. It's just crazy.
I remember a game when I was in college. One of the final games they played, Florida went down to Miami. This was almost always the opener, too, Florida and Miami.
Yeah.
Almost always. Not every time. Almost always was the opener. And I think the last time they played, Gators went down to Miami, and you're hoping for a big game, and lost 31-4. Remember that one? 2 safeties.
Yeah, that was Emmett's debut.
Yeah, Miami 5 for 16, I think, 3 for 16, something like that.
31-4. And I think Randy Shannon.
I think they snapped it over the punter's head both times too. I don't think it was even a legitimate football play either one.
I think Randy Shannon was involved in that as a player.
Yeah,
if I remember right. But I was at that game. That was back in the day when you could go on the field for the games and. Yeah. Ooh, Miami put it to him that day.
It's also going to be this. Now it won't matter because it's Miami, but it's going to be a steam bath down there on Saturday.
Oh yeah.
3:30 kickoff, boy.
Oh.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised this game feels like it should be at night too. Just small little. Yeah. Most of the Miami Florida games I remember were night games as well. I saw Jarvis Williams hit Melvin Bratton so hard in 1986, and we were in the student section, and it was like from me to Gibby. We're like row 8, and it happened right on that hash mark on that sideline.
Yeah.
You could feel that man's teeth rattle.
Well, we got Chris Doering coming up today. We'll talk to him a little bit about it. He has no memories of Florida.
I'm going to ask him this question. He had such a great career at Florida. There aren't many regrets, but one that he couldn't have handled, I bet, is the fact that he didn't get to play Miami because he lived with the heat of that rivalry. He knew what it was.
Well, it's interesting. He did say when we did the round table, it wasn't the Miami game necessarily, but it was not having like a huge opener when he was there. They never. It
was always, yeah. Southern, he wasn't even there then, actually.
Yeah.
Did Doering was there 5 years?
I think so.
Because if not, he left before they won the Natty the next year.
He didn't win the Natty.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But if he had a 5th year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
You see what I mean? Or was his 5th year actually his? Yeah, I do too.
I think it was his 5th year. All right, well, the Jaguars were in the news yesterday. We talked about it at the end of the show. Big trade. So our Dreamfinders Homes poll question of the day brought to you by Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Florida Gators, and the PGA Tour. With a Gibson trade, the Tevez Gibson trade, what will the Jags do behind Walker and Hines Allen? Now, CDP says young guys are in. Do you believe that? Do you think they'll pick up a cut guy? Do you think they'll sign Yannick Ngakoue, or do you think they'll just blitz much more?
I think that they're going to bring the linebackers more, but they've got to get another veteran piece in. They have nothing behind Walker and Hines Allen now. 0.
Yeah. So you think they'll pick up a cut guy?
I mean, you can. You know what? I tell you what. I will say this. As to Balky's effectiveness, Peterson got the memo on onboarding.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Right, he's playing these guys. He's going to play.
All
right, so I think Miles Cole, just for that reason, you don't want to put a guy on a practice squad and get pilfered from you.
Yeah.
Same with Javon Foster. I mean, are those guys play good enough to earn a roster spot? No, but sometimes you got to trust your pick and your development. I tell you what, I'm looking at all these 53s. We've already got. We're not to pick the 53 show. It's not our deal. But I can look at whatever else is picking, and it still stands out like a sore thumb. The next 5 up at O-line to back up 5 that have way underachieved by NFL standards. And that does not make me feel warm and cozy looking at the 5 who are next up.
Stay healthy.
Walker Little got pushed around a little bit the other.
So anyway, right now, 350 votes or so are in. You can vote at Dan Hicken on Twitter, X, if you would like. CDP says young guys are in 38%. 31.9% say sign Yannick Ngakoue. Now, this is, by the way, what will the Jaguars do, not what do you want the Jaguars to do.
Yeah, I don't think that's what.
21.4 say pick up a cut guy. 8.7 say blitz much more. Brought to you by Dreamfinders Homes. And by the way, take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. That's right, I said it, 2.99% with Dreamfinders Homes. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream home and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Dreamfinders Homes, it's the official builder of the Jaguars. Go to dreamfindershomes.com. They will help you literally navigate your move in if you would like. They'll be there for you. Tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you. So pretty good stuff.
Do they really need to say Dreamfinders Danny, or can they just say Hicken, or?
Say whatever you want.
Okay.
You don't even have to
say
you
say tell them Dreamfinders Danny.
I just like to tell them that. I just like to say that.
But if they went with Mogul sent me or Duke Ababa, if they went with one of the other ones, then
they could.
Yeah,
or they could not say anything.
That would still be noted.
Say,
they still get credit.
Yeah, I want the 2.99% interest rate. Yeah, they'll take that too.
Yeah, just clarifying.
Yeah,
I figured.
It's just kind of a rolls off the tongue type thing. That sort of.
Will you run home today after the program and settle in front of Netflix with your popcorn and watch this Connor Stallions doc?
No.
I can tell you right now.
I'll watch it.
This is again. I will say that this guy is a Jedi, Jim Harbaugh, when it comes to lying, his effect on others. I mean, not only can he lie like he has no concept of truth, but this guy underneath him learned well. Didn't obtain signals through in-person scouting, Dan.
No.
That wasn't him in the Groucho Marx mustache wearing Central Michigan gear. No, it wasn't. What were you doing there, boss? Yeah, he told NCAA investigators he never participated in advanced in-person scouting. Didn't purchase tickets for others to attend games. And then you check the credit card receipts, and, well, yeah, you did. I mean, they got video of this dude with a clipboard and a fake mustache.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. Faced a 3-year ban. He intends on challenging. When asked by the NCAA investigators if any Michigan coaches or staff were aware of the alleged scheme to obtain opponent signals through in-person advanced scouting, he replied, "I did not obtain signals through in-person scouting. Nah, I'm just a big fan. I wanted to somehow make my way to the sideline, perhaps."
Yeah.
Connor Stallions.
Oof. Connor's got it going on. What about there's so many good football games on, right?
Yeah.
And is it NBC has the Big Ten package? Is that correct?
No, CBS, don't they?
No. Is it CBS?
Right, CBS wouldn't leave the SEC unless it was Big Ten.
Yeah, CBS has Big Ten now. Da, 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 da. Iowa and
where do
I mean, NBC has Notre Dame. I don't know if they may have aligned with the conference, but Big Ten package, yeah, that was the big news. SEC shifted to ABC, CBS. They've left or ABC, ESPN. They've left CBS after all these years.
Well, Saturday night, it's called Big Ten Saturday Night on NBC.
Well, they may have a Saturday night game.
Okay.
But the 100%,
so that must be it.
Yeah, the noon, 3:30. You know, what we saw, yeah.
My point is this, and I saw this, and so they must not get the good games.
Is it like Michigan State, Fresno or something?
Michigan, Fresno State. I mean, here we got all these great games, and I'm looking at NBC, you're going to roll out Michigan, Fresno State?
Well, they probably have to have a Big Ten tie. I don't know who else they could have gotten.
Oh, sure. I don't know if everybody else has.
But to your point, maybe y'all throw us that USC LSU game. Just a thought.
Well, I'm sure that's...
Unless it's it's either Big Ten or SEC.
Yeah.
I don't know which one's got it. Maybe.
Yeah.
Is that an ABC?
I don't know.
That's Sunday, so yeah, I bet it is. That standalone ABC game, I bet.
In addition to the network's alternate 12 noon and 7:30 windows, Big Ten games will replace the SEC on CBS's 3:30. CBS will carry 7 Big Ten games. Oh, that was in 23. I'm just trying to see what they're showing this Saturday. What's their Saturday game this week?
CBS has the tennis. They won't have football.
Oh, so they won't do it.
No. Okay. They may have do they have a noon game? I doubt it. I bet you they're wall to wall. I bet, although has the tennis moved to ESPN? I don't know.
That's one of the all-time. Boy, what were you thinking there? Letting SEC go if you're CBS.
CBS at 3:30 has Ohio State and Akron
this week.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there's your game. Oof. Would you rather have Ohio State Akron or Michigan Fresno? Would you rather have Michigan Fresno, defending national champs?
It doesn't matter. Ohio State's the team to beat in the Big
Yeah,
Ten.
but to your average college fan, they may not know that.
Ohio State is favored by 50.
Yeah, the Michigan Fresno's
and that's
much
not a
in
joke.
fairness,
They are.
Fresno's much better than Akron. Have you done any Friday 5-pack advanced scouting?
No.
Okay.
Akron at Ohio State this week. Iowa State at Iowa.
That's a good one. That's CBS.
Notre Dame at Purdue.
I think you get Notre Dame.
So the 21st is they finally have at least name brand, SC at Michigan, Saturday, September 21st.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, September 28th, Big Ten on CBS game.
Well, they're probably like they haven't named you yet. Probably going to see who's playing well.
That's what
which the SEC used to do too for most of them. But to your point, I mean, you'd like to think where's Oregon, Ohio State, where I know
Washington plays
Penn State
Michigan
or whoever.
Yeah.
Where are those games?
Yeah,
I mean that's what you see mostly on CBS. Always had the biggest SEC game. Always they either put it in prime time or play it at 3:30.
Yeah. Well, let's talk some college ball with Chris Doering when we come back. We got him on schedule, so we'll talk with him next. We'll review a little bit of FSU and look ahead to Florida, Miami right here on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
It's a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday on the drill.
This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
Boy, if you want a test, man, the Jaguars are going to have a test through that first 4 games. Take a look at those first 4 games, and that's really going to kind of give us an idea of what the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to be in 2024. Now, certainly injuries can change things. We learned that last year. But when you go head-to-head with the Miami Dolphins in Miami, Cleveland at home, Buffalo on a Monday night in Buffalo, and then at Houston, your team that you have to beat to win the South, you'll get a real good feeling after month number 1 of what the Jaguars are going to be able to do. So it's an interesting ride. It's a long season. Things can still change, go up and down. But if you want to feel for this Jaguars team, you don't quite have it now, you will have it by the end of September. And that's your Duval Minute. It's brought to you by Lift Power. Summertime is here. The job market is hot. And Lift Power looking for experienced lift, truck, and dock and door technicians in the Jacksonville area with benefits including a 401k, a company vehicle, paid training, a sign-on bonus. Wow. This offer is way too good to pass up. Come see why Lift Power has been voted one of the best places to work for the past several years. Our rapidly growing business has proudly served the Jacksonville area for more than 50 years. Family-owned and operated. That screams stability. We want you to be part of our family. Listen, gang, don't let a great opportunity slip by. You can learn more. Just visit liftpower.com. That's liftpower.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
At Hodges Mazda, what Mazda moves you? Find out. Lauren Brooks here. Come test drive the Mazda CX-90, engineered to fit your lifestyle. Take advantage of 1.9% APR for up to 72 months on a 2024 Mazda CX-90, the largest 3-row SUV that Mazda offers. Our professional non-commissioned sales team always puts your best interest first, and you'll get 2 years free maintenance. Visit Hodges Mazda today or shop online at HodgesMazda.com to discover the Hodges Mazda difference. See dealer for details. Terms and fees for qualified applicants expire September 3rd, 2024.
Former Jaguars corner and first-year head football coach at Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows, K-12, Aaron Beasley here. Are you looking for an A-rated K-12 school prioritizing academics, arts, and athletics? Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows offers a rigorous curriculum to develop strong minds with an additional focus on growing good hearts. DCSB has been an A school for 8 years, and our tuition is free. Now enrolling. Apply at baymeadowscharter.org.
Hey gang, Hicken here for Zero Res. Man, it is hot outside this time of the year. Many of us are staying inside or going to the pool. Well, my friends at Zero Res are also heating things up. As you know, Zero Res does a great job of cleaning carpets and rugs, but they also clean luxury vinyl planking, tile and grout, fine stone and hardwood floors. And right now, the hottest price of the year, 25% off all hardwood cleaning. That's 25% off tile, LVP, fine stone, and hardwood floors. Zero Res, man, spell it forward. Zero Res, spell it back. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
Hello, First Coast, I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Of course, Roland Reach Plumbing has awards from Folio Weekly and the Bold City's Best. Now, Roland Reach is also confirmed as the Google Guaranteed Plumbing Service. Because when you do plumbing right, the word gets around. That's Roland Reach Plumbing.
Hey, when it comes to insurance, we all think kind of like this, I think. We pay lots of money monthly. Sometimes we add up those numbers in our head, and something happens and we need you immediately. That's what Craig and Chris Kaprowski do. This husband and wife team have teamed up to take care of all of our insurance needs. And when I say take care of, I mean it. If something happens and you need the Kaprowskis, you call them, they answer, and they jump on the case immediately. If they can't, they'll call you right back. It's called customer service. And it's something the Kaprowskis don't take lightly. You don't have to leave them messages over and over again. Whether it's homeowners, auto, flood, boat, small business, the Kaprowskis will be there for you at your time of need. How do I know? Because I can speak personally from this. They've helped me. They've helped my daughter. They've helped my son numerous times. Get an insurance checkup today. Craig.Kaprowski at goosehead.com. Craig.Kaprowski, K-O-P-R-O-S-K-I at goosehead.com, or call 478-8422, 478-8422. Craig and Chris Kaprowski are part of the Goosehead Insurance family and part of our family as well.
Looking to elevate your game night experience? Look no further than Best Bet. We're not just a card room, we're your destination for excitement, fun, and big wins. Whether you're a seasoned player or new to the game, we have something for everyone. Join us at Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, or St. Augustine for thrilling tournaments, exciting promotions, and a vibrant atmosphere that will take your game night to the next level. Elevate your game night at Best Bet. Visit bestbetjacks.com to learn more. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Every weekend is a Stone Cold Sports Weekend. Hey, Dan Hicken here. Watch for The Weekend with Dan on YouTube and Facebook, and I'll help you put together your sports weekend. Weekend with Dan brought to you by Stone Core. We do the outdoors better.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwoods. Clayton, let's talk about diamond cutting. How is a diamond price affected by the way it is cut?
Frank, that's probably the most important question asked about diamonds, because the trade-off between a diamond cut for maximum beauty and one that's not is the diamond's carat weight. You see, diamond cutters buy rough diamonds based on quality and weight. So as they cut the rough diamond, everything cut away affects profits. However, there's specific known cutting parameters, and each deviation from these means they have a heavier, less beautiful diamond. Unfortunately, a customer can't detect all those cutting imperfections. They need expert help about a diamond's cut grade. You see, for any round diamond of a particular color, clarity, and carat weight, there are as many as 10 different prices that can vary by as much as 50%. At Underwoods, we look specifically at how a diamond's cut before we look at anything else, because it's the most important factor when it comes to a diamond's beauty, and to us, whether it should carry the Underwood name or not.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Care you can see.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. I know that hearing another ad for Jacksonville's best promo company interrupts Jacksonville's best sports talk, but at least it isn't a political ad. Check us out at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
You know, it's time for us to go play. You know, I mean, I think I'm excited to watch this group play, you know, and I think the key is that we channel the urgency that we feel.
Now, another great guest on the Garber Auto Mall phone line.
Hello.
We can wiggle it.
He played wide receiver in Ward number 28 for the head ball coach with over 2,000 yards and 31 touchdowns for the Gators. His teammates called him Captain Doe. He's now an analyst for SEC Network. And here on The Drill, Chris Doering.
Brought to you by Farrah & Farrah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
All right, ready to crank it up with Chris Doering again. Week 1, we got through week 0. We'll talk about that in a minute, but we got Florida, Miami. Chris, how are you, sir?
I'm good, man, and what a great way to start the season. You know, sitting at home, enjoying Florida State losing a heartbreaker in another country where they all got to fly back 6-7 hours. I mean, it was amazing.
That's
baby.
Well said, like a
Gator
true
right
Gator.
there.
Yeah,
That's a
that
good
is.
Gator
Chris,
right
I'm
there.
wondering, listen, you don't have much to like regret or have remiss about your career, both from an individual team standpoint, but kind of growing up, that Miami-Florida rivalry, I'm sure, was so fierce for you as a kid. Is there part of you that wishes you had at least had a chance to match up against the Canes?
I don't know if you've heard me say that before. You're just that perceptive. But really, there's not a whole lot of regret that I have about my college career. It was kind of a storybook start to finish, with the exception of that national championship game against the Cornhuskers. But outside of that, you know, I was a lifelong Gator fan. I was the son of 2 Florida grads. I was the son of 2 Florida grads that grew up in Miami. So I understood the history of this rivalry. Went to every, Florida home game, but we also made the trip to Miami to the Orange Bowl every year to watch that battle that usually kicked off the season between the Gainesville or the Gators and the Hurricanes. And so, it was something that was deeply rooted within me. And I've actually read a lot of articles this week that talked about, people saying outside of this area, this isn't a rivalry, this is a game that, just to get the season going and it's a novelty. But to older Gator fans, to folks that are my parents' age, to me, like, this means a lot. And I hate the fact that this game hasn't been played every year. I hate the fact that we don't have the true round-robin state championship that I enjoyed as a kid. And I think there's a lot of disdain. I hate Florida State, but I actually think I might, if I had to choose between cheering between Florida State and Miami when they play each other, I think I'd probably cheer for FSU just because of how nasty I feel like that Hurricane fan base is.
I was in the school in the mid-'80s. The rivalry was winding down, and it's just had so many, to your point, it's contentious, and it was a nastier rivalry, just from my brief experience than some of the others. Felt like.
Florida takes an NCAA best 33-game win streak in home openers into Saturday's game. Boys, the last one they lost, 1989, Ole Miss.
How was that one?
Got them 24-19. Emmett might have sprained a knee in that
Chauncey,
game.
What was it?
Chauncey Godwin.
Yeah. 3 picks.
Yeah, had a heck of a day. So, and the other thing that when we did that roundtable, too, you had mentioned, because you guys didn't have that big-time home opener. And Spurrier kind of poo-pooed it as he would because you know how coach feels. Well, if you can't get ready for a game, you got to get 12 opportunities a year, So I get it, but for the guys, for the kids, they got to be juiced up and ready to roll here, right?
No doubt. I mean, I saw the stat our boy David Waters put out on Twitter the other day that Florida is an underdog in a season opener in the Swamp for just the second time since 1970.
Wow.
I think that speaks to your point about really not having played any real competition in home openers. But at the same time, I mean, it speaks to how good Florida's been during the 90s and then the Urban Meyer years. And so this is a little bit of an oddity. Florida had a competitive game with Utah a couple years ago coming to town, and Anthony Richardson was able to throw on the Superman cape for a night and rescue the Gators. But this feels a little different for a lot of reasons, just because of the expectation level that surrounds this Miami Hurricane team. You look at their schedule, it's not one of the more challenging schedules. They play in the ACC, so if they can get by this one, they got a really good chance to make a run to get to double-digit wins or more. So I think this has a lot of storylines around it, not to mention the pressure that I think is on each of these coaches. But this does it feels very special in town this week, and I love the fact that Florida didn't play in Week 0. Florida played Week 0 a couple years ago against Miami. That was kind of cool, but I think being able to sit back and watch what happened in Week 0, I think will benefit Florida considerably, and I think it makes us rethink the way that we're looking at different matchups and dynamics in this game on Saturday.
You got when you start looking about the swamp and the young, not a young, but he's young overall, but he's got experience. But this Cam Ward character coming in here, who's really talented, obviously. But I was thinking back to like Joe Burrow. He wasn't as good his junior year as his senior year at LSU, but the swamp can. It's a different.
They made Bo Nix look terrible that day.
It's
and
a
see what he's
different.
done.
It's a different place to play.
Those were young guys, though.
And again, you lived it, so give me a feel for, why it affects the opposition. So, and I obviously we know the obvious things, but give me an idea of that home field.
Well, let me answer that question first.
Mm-hmm.
It is one of the most iconic venues, and Coach Napier mentioned that in his press conference this week. It feels like a living, breathing organism on game days when you're coming out of that tunnel. The way that it's constructed below the field. Like I honestly felt like one of the reasons why we had that advantage over Tennessee when they would come here in late September is because even though it's hot in the South, it ain't nothing like North Central Florida heat,
right?
With the stagnant nature of the breeze, being under the ground there, the seats going straight up, keeping the noise in, the proximity of the student section to the visitor sideline. You guys remember the oranges raining down on Howard Snellenberger's team on the sideline. We're not advocating any of that, but it's a raucous place to play when the students and the fans are doing their part. I think Coach Napier's engaged the fan base well. They've challenged them. They've let them know that this is not us as a team going to take on the Hurricanes. This is us as a Gator Nation going to do it together. And I think just kind of reminds me of the Auburn game a couple years ago when I think it was Dan Mullen engaged the fan base and asked them to come out and make the swamp intimidating again. I feel like that's what we're in store for. Now, to go back and answer your other question about Cam Ward, I'm with you. Cam Ward's been great everywhere he's been, but he hadn't played in the SEC. He hadn't played in a venue like what he's going to play in. Joe Milton made his first career real road start in an intimidating environment last year here in the swamp and looked like he'd never played football before. I just have a hard time believing, especially after I saw what DJ Uiagalelei did. Everybody talking about Florida State and plugging DJ in and how great this offense is going to be. We have no idea what Cam Ward's going to look like in this offense. We have no idea what he's going to look like with new teammates around and receivers he hadn't played with before. I just think to come in and start talking about him, dominating in a place like the swamp is really naive and irresponsible to some degree.
Well, it leads to my question, and I'll take off the orange and blue glasses here for a second. Is the right team favored? Cristobal and Napier's progress is, measurably pretty close. One of them's at home. One of them has an experienced quarterback, in the element.
Yeah, on paper, though, along those lines, Chris, on paper, isn't Miami better on paper?
Yet, and then we'll let you ultimately answer a question, Chris. And yet, Miami may be favored, but if you look at the analytics, the power index percentage, the chance of winning, they're it says Florida 58%. So that seems like a Vegas thing more than a football thing, to my point.
Well, remember, the Vegas line is designed to, tap into the feel of the public markets to try to get even betting on both sides. I think everybody I talk to, I'm so tired of hearing from friends of mine that are outside of the Gator fan base that tell me, oh, is your coach on the hot seat? You guys are going to have a hard time winning 6 games this year. You know what? I've been around this team in the spring. I've been out to practice multiple times this fall. I've watched scrimmages. This is not last year's team. This is not the feel around last year's team. This is not the talent of last year's team. This is not the inexperience of last year's team. There's new coaches around as well. This has a very different feel. And when I came on, Coach Napier's sound was talking about how excited he is to go watch this team play. Like, he genuinely likes this team. And I know a lot of people talk about being optimistic and what they want to see, but I've talked to him a bunch since the spring, and I legitimately feel like this is a team that he feels like is a lot different. And I think they kind of relish being the underdog. It's the same storyline everywhere you go, is just how bad Florida is. Well, your basis of how bad Florida is based on last year. It has nothing to do, because there's very few people that have had the access that I've had to seeing what this team looks like in 2024.
It really is such a, all or nothing game, though, isn't it? I mean, it's just so much. I mean, it is going to be the highest of highs or the lowest of lows, I think, coming out of that game. And it'll be a great challenge regardless of what happens for them going forward. And they're going to have to get used to this because they play so many of these type games throughout the season.
It is a great warm-up to the season.
Yeah.
Unlike Florida State playing a conference game in week one, this one does not matter as much, you can say, I guess. And honestly, it matters a ton to Miami because I talked about their schedule. Like, if they don't win this game, if they were, does a 10-2 Miami team get in that doesn't win the ACC and loses to say Clemson and Florida? I don't know if that same resume would hold weight with the committee like it would 10-2 in the SEC. But it's a great tone setter for the season. It also is one of the keys to Florida having the kind of year that they need to have, a bounce back season. They got 7 home games. You got to win your 7 home
Good point.
games. You got to win those, at least 6 of those home games, and you have to win early because the season gets more challenging in the second half of the year. This Miami game falls into both of those categories.
Before we let you run, Chris Doering, our guest, as he is each and every Tuesday, what surprised you mostly about the FSU Georgia Tech game? Most of the folks that we've talked to kind of the trenches were shocking.
Yeah.
That we just couldn't believe Georgia Tech took it to FSU.
That was the surprise to me. The overall physicality.
Yeah.
You would say for the totality of the afternoon that it was Georgia Tech that was the more physical team. I do think. I think Florida State defensively is better than what they showed.
Yeah.
But I also think maybe they don't know who they are yet as a team. I think Georgia Tech, credit Brent Key. Brent Key did a great job of putting together a game plan that played to the strengths of who his team were and to reiterate to them, this is who we are all season long. We're going to run the football. We're going to be more physical. We're going to play great defense. And that thing looked nasty early on. I mean, Florida State goes right down the field and scores. Credit to Georgia Tech for being able to not only come back and answer that score with one of their own, but also, making some adjustments to make it much more difficult. Would Florida State score 13 points the rest of the game after having the touchdown and the 2-point conversion? So I think at the end of the year we'll look up and Georgia Tech will be a better team than what we thought they were going to be heading into last week.
Great stuff as always, man. Appreciate you so much. Nobody does it better than Chris Doering, and he joins us each and every Tuesday. We appreciate you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
Let's get it going.
Yeah,
all right,
here
let's
we go. Talk to you next week.
It's the Doering Report every Tuesday morning, and just the passion around college football. You'll see it Miami, Florida this weekend, but the other side of that passion is just the continue. I didn't know you could go from undefeated to a hot seat in a game. I really feel like I don't think it's just not hot seat from your university by any stretch. Don't get me wrong. I can't believe how FSU fans are acting, though. And it's not all of them. I don't mean to.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about Norvell?
Yeah, just this feeling of like their coach has duped them. I mean, that from my sensible FSU fans, like they were duped into thinking they were what they were. It's game one, man. They got a whole bunch of new players.
This is why I talk
just
about.
Let them. Let's talk again in November. And I'm not.
This is why I talk about like at Alabama. Kalen DeBoer replacing Nick Saban. Everything's great. We love them. Now, talk to me after they play Georgia and if they lose that game. I mean, it just all changes with wins and losses. And it's different in the NFL, man. It's just different. And it'll be interesting to see with this playoff because college football has so mirrored the NFL, if we start to get that feeling. It would be a shame in a way because it is such a, here it is freaking August and you feel like Florida's season's on the line. And Miami, I'm sure, feels the same way. And FSU is down in the dumps. It's just it's a crazy thing in college football. We'll grab a break. We'll keep it rolling. We got news and notes coming up with the 10-minute drill. We've got Brunch with the Tour. We got a spin. We got
exciting to feature. We could really dive into this final tournament this weekend. I will say this.
Yeah.
How can it feel like Scheffler's the underdog?
That's weird, isn't it?
He's up 2. I feel like you think he's winning?
No,
I don't either.
No, I think he's done.
And now, I hope that pig Scheffler. I hope Schauffele wins as Player of the Year.
Lock and Law High Score Report as well on deck. It's all coming up here on the drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Googan Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Injured in an accident? Have mounting medical bills? Can't work? Don't worry. Zach's got your back. I'm Zach Von Rowan of Von Rowan Law. I will fight for the compensation that you deserve. Set up your free consultation at zachsgotyourback.com.
So happy to be part of the George Moore Chevrolet family. Man, they are just great folks over there. Justin Moore and all the folks treat you so well. If you go to that beautiful showroom off Atlantic Boulevard, you'll find out exactly what I'm talking about. There's no pressure, just friendly help. I got my boy Blue. I love my blue Silverado, but if you want a car, if you want a truck, if you want an SUV, if you want electric pre-owned, George Moore Chevrolet has it, right? And by the way, best of, number one, best car dealership, best used car dealership, best sales and service. I mean, they got it all. They won the Triple Crown. So if you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, don't worry. Just go to morechevy.com. So easy to navigate. All the vehicles, sales, service, parts, never been more easy to use. Gang, it's George Moore Chevrolet. George Moore Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
This is Chelsea with Renewal by Andersen Custom Windows and Doors. Here's what people are saying about working with us.
Installers were professional, courteous, and efficient.
Great customer service. On time, explained the process, and walked me through the installation. Amazing team.
Our experience with Renewal by Andersen was outstanding from the beginning to end.
Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit rbafla.com.
License number CGC 1527613.
Renewal by Andersen, Custom Windows and Doors.
Brackish Vodka, the official vodka of UNF Athletics, 100% made in Jacksonville, is available at all local liquor stores. Visit Browdy's, Total Wine, ABC, Shores, Golden, Sahara's, Golden Ox, and more. Drink our gluten-free San Francisco Spirit award-winning vodka and see why it's the smoothest vodka you can buy. When you drink Brackish Vodka, you support all of our local employees and all the money stays in Jacksonville. Drink Brackish Vodka and live life slightly salty. Proud partner of the Jaguars.
Febreze.
Fabric Talk. Hey, it's me, your couch. Today's my favorite day of the week. Febreze Fabric Spray Day. The occasional deep cleans are nice, but in between, you know I'm needing a refresh. Ooh, here she comes with the Febreze Fabric Spray. Oh yeah, spritz them armrests. Don't be shy. Nothing like a good spray down to get me smelling so fresh and clean. Don't forget my back. Nice. Febreze Fabric Spray. It's just that easy. Now we can both breathe happy. Febreze. La 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 la.
Mortgage rates have plummeted, and Loan Pronto clients are locking in the lowest rates we've seen in years. Hey, it's Roger Moore, founder and CEO of Loan Pronto. It's happening. We are finally locking APRs in the fives, something we haven't seen for a long time. If that sky-high rate is killing you or you need to get cash out of your home equity, now is the time to take action. Or listen, even if you want to keep that first mortgage rate intact, you can take advantage of lower rates with our Equity Express line of credit. We're seeing homeowners take 50, 75, 200 grand or more out of their equity and wiping out that high-interest debt with an average savings of $850 per month. Bottom line, your home value is way up and mortgage rates have come way down, making this a great time to act. Call today for a 30-second rate quote. Do it now, and you can even skip your next 2 mortgage payments. 904-999-1508. 904-999-1508. LoanPronto.com. 904-999-1508.
Equal housing lender. NMLS 166-1781. Subject to lender approval. NMLS ConsumerAccess.org.
This is Frank Frangie. Join Dan Hicken and me for All Things Gators, our podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists with new episodes every Monday. Subscribe and listen by searching for 1010XL Florida Gators Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or TuneIn.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
Navy Mutual was created by service members for service members, so we know what it means to serve. Our policies have no active duty service restrictions, so you can rest assured that you're covered no matter your duty station, home or abroad. To go even further, we promise that premiums will not be higher for those who serve in dangerous environments, including aviation, diving, or on deployments. Let us help you protect those you love the most. Learn more at NavyMutual.org. bueller.org.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's challenger, an asphalt marketer from Jacksonville, Florida. Meet Sheldon Fish. Today's category, air conditioner repair experts in Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, I bet it's going to be Bueller.
Your question. Unlike Jacksonville, the Sahara Desert has a complete lack of air conditioner repair experts. What kind of camels do they ride?
That's not really a question about air conditioner repair.
5 seconds.
But that's a camel question.
Pick a camel, Sheldon.
The Arabian dromedary.
That's right, Sheldon. Like the majestic Arabian dromedary, the skilled technicians at Bueller Air and Plumbing can repair any make and model of air conditioner the same day you call, making sure you are cool.
They don't spit, do they?
No, but Steve, the new guy, has a bit of a hump.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
This is Dr. Steve Crenshaw, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
The Jaguar preseason now over. The team turns its attention to Miami, still looking to sharpen execution, says head coach Doug Peterson.
We'll look a little bit at Miami, probably later in the week. But right now it's still, let's clean up the game and continue to push.
During his press conference, Doug Peterson explained why the Jaguars traded Travis Gibson to the Seahawks.
When you have good players and other teams have needs, you're going to listen. You're going to listen to what other teams. I mean, it's no different during the draft process or free agency or anything like that.
Former Jag and Hall of Famer Tony Vaselli continues to express concern regarding the Jag offensive line.
It's 4 of the 5 same guys we had last year. You made one change, adding a 10-year center, who's an upgrade. That's the only change you made.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update, I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by Advanced Business Solutions, your local authorized Xerox dealer. On 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
All right, we got sports concepts. We got sports rationalizations. We call it the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, we like to hand out a prize pack. Gibby, what do we got today, sir?
Today, we've got a pair of tickets to give away for the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp for the game on Friday, September 20th. That's 9:20. A pair of tickets to the Jumbo Shrimp here at the end of the 10-minute drill.
Adam Schechter.
I believe it's, and by believe, I'm positive it's Schefter. Chef. Again, I don't want to continue to make fun of your speech impediment. I think it's bullying, and that's a national problem.
Well, he says today NFL owners will vote on a proposal that allow teams to sell up to a total of 10% of each team to a list of permitted private equity firms. New world in the NFL.
Yeah, they need some cash. I can see how you might need a little cash infusion if you're one of these billionaire owners.
Yeah,
I mean, you can never have too much. What does that even mean?
Well, a lot of those private equities are like the PGA Tour went and used them. I believe the NBA had a lot of.
What do the private equities get out of it?
Good tickets.
Good tickets, he says. Okay. I know this. It means more billions for the owners or they wouldn't do it. You would think that yourself, you're keeping it to yourself and then doing whatever the equity firm is going to do to make their money. Just do that and make yours and theirs.
Yeah.
Right? You'd think that, but I don't know. I don't know how that business end works. Can we fit enough good players under the cap? That's all I need to know.
Yeah,
I don't.
Go ahead.
Do you buy the? I mean, one thing has been proven, and I like Doug Peterson. I think for the most part, he's like perfect with us, but he's not forthright at all.
Oh no!
He's like top 10% when it comes, or top 10 coaches when it comes to misleading you with what he says.
Yeah,
and that's fine.
Yeah,
I am not buying at all that we're good with the edge rush depth.
I don't think so.
We're down to Trayvon Walker and Josh Hines-Allen. That's it.
Yeah, I would.
DJ Coleman, Miles Cole. Come on, man. Yasir Abdullah. Who is it?
I hadn't seen enough of, to me, now again, they know more football than I do. But
That's not what a recent poll says. Jacksonville is the number one city in the NFL where fans think they would do a better job running the team.
Not me.
41% of y'all think literally
Not me.
you could run the Jaguars better than Peterson and Balky. So God bless y'all.
Yeah.
Who did that poll?
I got it from some. It was like semi-legit, one of those polling services.
I believe it.
The Wallet Hub or something.
I would say no. However, I haven't seen, and I watched a couple practices, and I went and all the preseason games. And I hadn't seen enough. Like, for one of those things to usually happen, things happen where you go, oh, wow.
Like Cole flashes.
Yeah, they make wow plays.
The only guy who flashes the interior guy, the Osam Mehu.
Yeah, and he didn't even do.
Well, he had 3 sacks, though, in 3 games. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. I mean, shoot. 1 sack by Yasir Abdullah in 3 games would be way better than he did,
last year.
Yeah,
one more than he had. Again, there's room for some exponential improvement from some of these second-year guys.
But so they're going to play him and see what happens. I don't know, but I don't necessarily agree with that. I would definitely look to find something else. So
yeah, I don't, and I wonder if they it's more from wondering if that plan is already in their head. Like they know already.
Yeah.
Like, is there a certain guy they know will be released? Is there a certain trade? Could they pay Hassan Reddick and bring him in and try and win a daggum Super Bowl?
Yeah.
I mean, have you adjusted? And I do believe this, just from what we've seen limited in preseason, probably some vanilla play calling defensively, they're definitely going to bring the linebackers more than Caldwell did. Like, I think Lloyd and Ventrell Miller and even Foye and Moom, I think they're going to more consistently rush the passer than they did from the linebacker position the last couple of years.
There's an interesting thing going on. I bring this up because it strikes me, and in Columbus, Ohio, where the Ohio State Buckeyes football team, they had like a revival for Jesus, like a Jesus revival, either last night or the night before.
Okay.
And
in Columbus.
Yeah, and I've seen with students, and they were baptizing kids, and a lot of the football players. And I've seen this I've seen them wearing shirts and stuff. So I don't know if they have a strong Christian leadership group that is there and try to do things. But it's just been interesting to me. But
I'm not surprised at all. I haven't seen that just blaring through my headlines.
Well, that was
shown today on ESPN. It's not shocking at all that no one's really promoting that.
I was going to bring that up. I mean, to me, that's a story. Like, in other words, if
there was some other cause,
correct?
Yeah, that's fair.
They would be out there and they would be trumpeting that. And I just thought that was interesting. Ohio State football players participate in a Christian baptism ceremony outside of the Curl Market. More than 800 gathered to observe. I mean, it's a huge crowd here.
Right. They didn't burn any American flags?
And they got up there, and a lot of them told, and we're talking about Trayvon Henderson. We're talking about Egbuka.
Big players.
And so they led the ceremony, jointly hosted by various Christian churches and organizations based in Columbus. So they had a couple police officers there. The event began around 7 o'clock. They had big buckets, tub-sized buckets of water, sat on stage. People came up, got baptized.
I've seen that recently at other colleges.
Testimonies.
I think maybe Ole Miss. I saw that recently somewhere else, either Tennessee or Ole Miss. It was an SEC school.
Yeah.
Well, good.
I just
good way to spend the night. A lot better than we see them being spent, right?
I just thought to me,
but it should be public. That's fair. There's an intentional. There's an intentional effort not to publicize those things, and I don't understand why.
It's okay. It's okay to do a story on that.
Right.
Like, why would
there's nothing bad coming out of that. Right.
So
it'd be like youth people committing to, I don't know, some character and trying to do right by people. Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense not to.
Yeah.
Except for the intent of not to push the other side, and that really is honestly that's what happens in society today.
I thought that was interesting.
I mean, if you went back, and again, we won't get into a big theological debate here or discussion even, but facts are facts. We deal with stats in sports a lot, right? And the stats and facts are that 50 years ago, if you polled America, the percentage of Christian people was 75, 80%, and now it's 38%.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't happen without effort.
Yeah.
You have to effort the other side to cause that shift. It doesn't just happen by itself. So, and that, I think, would be an example of that. Just an opinion. I'll see you guys Sunday morning.
So anyway, as we get ready for college football. And there's another really good story about Ohio State football. And one of the stories about Ohio State football is, they have a new AD who, Ryan Day is working with. And so here is it was a $15 to $20 million fundraising.
Yeah.
And
they got a salary cap up there.
Well, they do everywhere. But they have the biggest salary cap, I guess. And so the interesting part to me was, though, losing 3 times in a row to Michigan, I think the Ohio State faithful said, well, what are we going to do to fix this? So that's enough.
Well, we'll see if it's enough.
And so, we will. And
I see what
they
mean,
did
colloquially.
so what they did try to fix it is they raised $20 million and they parsed it out. Now, I think Florida is in that. I don't know the numbers, okay? But the thing that I've heard about Florida and athletics is it's maybe if it's $12 to $15 million, but it goes to, they try to get all the athletes involved in all the sports, which would bring it down to, so and we're almost headed to this is football only, this is the rest of the sports, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes forward.
I can't imagine that in 20 years, college football is its own league.
Yeah, you have
it's
to
separate.
Think. Right.
They will represent the brand college that they're at, but it's just the athletic budgets will be different. They won't necessarily. I don't know. Yeah. Whoever's equity firms buying their share of the NFL will just take over the college programs too.
Yeah. So there's a big article on Billy Napier, obviously, but it's a lot of the same kind of things. What he did. And what is going on in Florida in the hot seat in 11-14 and 3 straight losing seasons.
Really needs to win this weekend. There's no way around. It's the perfect opponent. They're. It
would be a great statement for them.
Well, and they're.
Look at how far we've come.
They're bad. I don't know the word I'm searching for here. They're vulnerable enough. Miami's vulnerable enough that you can win that game at home, and yet they are good enough that they're rightly ranked and have. And listen, I'm sure FSU hasn't got Miami's attention too. That's an ACC, competitor. Try and win it and get to the playoff. And the surest path for Miami, Clemson, FSU, maybe now Georgia Tech and others is to win that conference.
The media in Gainesville yesterday tried to get Napier to say this is the biggest game that he's ever coached. Here, this is about a 10-second clip.
Okay.
Listen to this.
Yeah, I think Edgar, you feel that way. Obviously, the way you're asking that question. I wonder what you think about it. No, I think look at this place, they all matter. There's no question about it.
Well, and in fairness to Billy, if they beat Miami and turn around and lost to Samford.
Right.
So they do all matter for him, and that's how he has to look at it.
Yeah.
Every single game matters. He understands the importance of this. He's not an idiot. And he even said in the article, he said, I want to find
He seems, Dan, I will say this. He seems a lot more confident and sure of himself and his program this year versus others. I mean, we follow this, and whether or not he's right is yet to be determined. But I feel like he feels like he's got he's got more of a puncher's chance now each and every week.
He said, "I'm not a fool. Part of leadership is you got to have some self-awareness, and you have to make tough decisions. You have to make necessary changes. We've done that. I have a ton of confidence. That's all part of the story." So,
and it feels that way. I don't feel like that's just like sometimes you can feel coaches saying things like almost like. Yeah, and I don't want to say now after the fact that I interpreted this with Mike Norvell, but I felt a little bit with Mike Norvell talking about you can't replace everything that FSU replaced, new to the return to the scene, and be just as good. We should have seen this more glaringly.
Well, and here's the thing. We as fans, we watch these games unfold. And we're football is a great sport because everybody has an opinion, and you can inject your opinion into we should have done this, we should have done that, and if it works, it works. But in looking back at the Georgia Tech FSU game, I thought Norvell did not a great job at the end of the half and the end of the game.
Me too.
Clock management.
I think
that has been a weakness of Billy Napier. We have criticized Billy Napier a lot in these 25 games for his clock management. Like, why isn't he trying to score? Why is he trying to score? What is he like?
I don't know when this became so hard to grasp, but to the point, we've said that we'd want to be that guy or we might hire that guy. See, Cristobal has hired that guy. Late game time manager. It's a new position down there.
I've told you for years, as a head coach, if you were my guy, And you're my guy for certain things.
Yeah.
You're my guy to tell me to challenge.
Like the get back coach.
You're my guy to tell me take a timeout here.
Right.
And I'm going to trust you, and I need you to be in the 90s in terms of percentage of being right.
Right.
I'll take the heat.
Yeah, I will. It's not hard.
You tell me.
It's not
hard.
hard.
I know, but you got a million things going on
But
as a head coach.
here's the deal. If you're really good at delegating all those things, you don't have a million things going on. You got one thing going on, and boop, this guy's not worrying about anything else.
Yeah.
He's not worried about do they have the Gatorade. He's not worried about what down and distance. He's just
our guys calling plays. So
right.
No.
I'm not talking about the coach. I'm talking about the guy you have.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Just you know, and that's
you're
all
on top of that.
If you're gonna have that many, that's all you give him.
Yeah.
Clock guy. You should be able to ask him at any point how much on the play clock. 8.
Hick, we need a timeout after this play, no matter what.
Right.
Okay. And that way, I don't have to sit here and calculate in my head and blah 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 blah. You know, when we get the ball here, we're going to try to score. When we get the ball here, we're going to run out the clock. You know, just tell me what we're going to do, and obviously, I know what the situation. I'm aware of everything. I'll have my opinions, but I got to be. If I do have a bunch of other things, I'm trying to think of this 3rd and 6 play I want to call. I need to know where we are clockwise stuff. All right, we got to take a break. 641-1010 as we head to break. Gibby, tell them what they're going to win.
You're going to win a pair of tickets to see the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp on Friday, September 20th, and we will let you know how to get those tickets. They're digital. That's the way tickets are these days. So a pair of tickets to see the Jumbo Shrimp Friday, September 20th. And be caller number 2 right now for that pair of tickets, 641-1010.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
1010XL Weekly is your one-stop shop for all things Jags, college ball, preps, and more. Subscribe to our newsletter today, and you'll be entered to win free tickets to the Packers game this October. Subscribe, just head on over to 1010XL.com and scroll down to the 1010XL Weekly flash page.
Hey, when it comes to insurance, I think we all think kind of the same way, right? Every now and then we let our minds wander and go, gosh, man, I'm paying a lot of money a month here for these premiums. So if something happens, well, we need you. And the Kaproskis know that, and that's why the Kaproskis, this husband and wife team, will take care of all of our insurance needs, and I mean take care of. Customer service is paramount to the Kaproskis, okay? If something happens, you call them, they answer, they jump on it, they get you answers right away. If they don't answer, they call you right back. It's part of who they are. It's part of how they treat you. It's homeowners, auto, flood, boat insurance, small business. The Kaproskis, and I'm telling you this from experience, will be there for you at your time of need. And I know this because they've helped me and my family numerous times. My son has called them. My daughter has called them. I have called them. They get right back. Get an insurance checkup today. Craig.Kaproski at goosehead.com. Koproski, Craig.Kaproski at goosehead.com, or call 478-8422.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Guys, feeling deflated in the bedroom? ED, low T, no energy? If your stuff is broken, call 904-STROKEN or 904stroken.com. No shots in the first treatment, now free. Fix your ED at 904stroken.com.
Hey guys, this is David Garrard, and I want to tell you about Clearwater Irrigation. They put my new sprinkler system in at my new home at Jack's Beach, and I couldn't be happier. Oh, hey, John.
What's up, Dave? You know what this means. You're going to have to sing.
Man, I can't sing.
Then you'll fit right in, buddy. Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers. Hit it, Dave.
And drainage, too.
ClearwaterJax.com. Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
VSiN's College Football Guide delivers betting previews of all 134 teams with best bets for the playoffs, Heisman Trophy, season win totals, conference winners, and much more. Only on VSiN. Pro subscribers get the full guide, but you can download your free copy of the guide right now. Featuring a betting preview of the Gators, Seminoles, and Bulldogs at 1010XL.com. That's 1010XL.com. 1010XL.com. Download your free copy of the guide right now.
Arrested? Got traffic tickets? DUI? License problems? Gun charges? Drug charges? If you've been charged with any crime, call me, criminal defense attorney Malcolm Anthony, at 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW.
Don't make a bad call when it comes to servicing your home. Cooling off with a baby pool in the house to fix your air conditioning problem is a bad call. Trying to catch a wave in a flooded bathroom is a bad call. Using a burning electrical panel to make s'mores is a bad call. The next time something goes wrong, make a good call to Donovan.
Whether you need air, electric, or plumbing service, Donovan is always a good call. It's why we've been trusted by our customers for almost 40 years and why you can trust us to deliver fast, reliable service to your home. Donovan, always a good call.
Visit DonovanAC.com today.
Mia here. Are you ready for the ultimate college football season? Using MyBookie Sportsbook and casino platform, you can bet on every game and win anytime, anywhere, straight from your mobile device. No app needed. Just head on over to mybookie.ag, sign up, and you're ready to rock. When you bet with MyBookie, you're not just watching the games, folks. You're investing in every moment of the action. I'll say it from experience. A few bucks on the line can turn any regular game into one of the most exciting of the season. Literally, every catch, every sack, and every touchdown is another way to hit pay dirt using MyBookie. Don't forget to use promo code 1010XL when you sign up in order to claim up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere, only with MyBookie. And don't forget that promo code 1010XL.
This right here is as good as it gets. This is life getting lived without obligations or complications. This is filling your cup and savoring the moment. This is the gift of presence, served to you in a place where there's room for everyone and enough to go around. And the best part, it's always Sonny's here. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
Jumbo Shrimp Baseball presented by FIS is home at 1-to-1 Financial Ballpark. Tonight is Everbank Teacher Appreciation. Tomorrow is 5-Star Good is Everywhere Wednesday. And don't miss Coors Light Thirsty Thursday. The Weekend of Boom features fireworks Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Baseball all week and weekend. Tickets start at just $5. DaxShrimp.com for tickets. Jumbo Shrimp Baseball. Affordable family fun.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Jenkins Genesis of Northeast Jacksonville. As the Gators look to go into their season opener, head coach Billy Napier identified sources of confidence going into the game.
Yeah, I think experience matters in openers. We've got a veteran group. We're playing at home, which will there'll be a comfort level there.
Georgia head coach Kirby Smart says Clemson's biggest asset is right up front.
You know, he's got an extremely experienced offensive line. They've got a tremendous offensive line in terms of the amount of experience. I would have thought ours was one of the most experienced offensive lines in the country. Well, theirs has got more starts than ours.
Kicker Ryan Fitzgerald and defensive back Shaheem Brown earned ACC Play of the Week honors following Florida State's season opener loss against Georgia Tech. Fitzgerald was the ACC Specialist of the Week. Brown set a career high with 13 tackles. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
79 degrees at 8:04 time and temp, brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I feel like it's been pretty good, but it's always room for improvement. The best is yet to come. I still feel myself growing, and I still feel myself putting all the pieces together that I need to, and now it's just time for me to be consistent.
That's Trayvon Walker. Kind of get a feeling that he could be poised to have a big year, which would be great for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I mean, it would be fantastic if he could break out. I tell you what, man, this is not a good look for A shout out to, listen, I know you guys are out there and you guys do a great job. You work hard. It's a tough grind. You scouts, you NFL scouts out there. And I know some of the boys like to listen to the show. And I know you guys know more football than I do.
Not Jacksonville fan. 41% know more than them.
I know. But I was looking at this 2022 NFL draft class.
Okay.
And the quarterbacks. And here are the quarterbacks from. First off, it's a bust of a class. All right.
Okay.
Just a bust. Top quarterback taken, Kenny Pickett.
Yeah. First round.
First round. Next quarterback taken, Desmond Ridder. Where'd he go?
He's now with the Cardinals.
He's a backup in Arizona.
Yes.
Next guy was just traded again, Malik Willis. He's off to Green Bay.
That's correct.
Matt Corral went in the third round.
Maybe still with Carolina, maybe.
New
Orleans, maybe.
I saw him get signed somewhere.
Yeah, he's
anyway.
Something ne'er do well.
Bailey Zappi.
Zappi's about to get cut.
Sam Howell.
Yeah, he's not. He's in Seattle.
We saw Chris.
Sam Howell may have some redemption to him. He's the only one that seems like he's any good. Wouldn't you rather have him than anybody else you named?
Yes.
Yeah.
Chris Aludicun.
Oh, that's the Chiefs guy.
Drafted by Pittsburgh. Skylar Thompson, who just won the backup job.
Good for him. In Miami.
Hopefully
we see Skylar.
And then the last guy picked.
Week and a half.
Brock Purdy.
Way to go, Scouts.
I mean, that's just, come on, man.
Yeah.
How do you guys miss this?
And apparently, it's a flip of the coin that the Niners ended up with Purdy.
Yeah,
like they were. Their guys were pushing for a special teams guy they liked.
It's no shout out to the Niners. They got lucky.
Yeah. If you knew who Brock Purdy was, you'd have drafted him in round 3. That's always the argument.
It was the Brady thing. But I mean, think about that for a second.
Yeah, that hurts.
And
there's also this though.
You're Pittsburgh and you're picking 241, and you're like, let's take a Lodicon.
Here's the problem.
Over Brock Purdy.
Here's the problem.
Yeah.
Or the reality. The reality is say we go back to a different dimension and we take a different path.
Yeah.
And Brock Purdy goes to the Panthers and he stinks.
Yeah, maybe.
He's never any good and he doesn't get developed. He doesn't have Shanahan.
But we don't know that.
Yeah, we don't.
It's not fair.
I do know that where he went, he's a star.
That's true.
And I can't just assume he would be anywhere else.
Okay, but is it's almost disingenuous or insulting if you're Brock Purdy to say that.
Yeah, you know what, though? I don't think it is, Hick. And they may take it that way, but I know this from watching.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot harder to be look, if David Carr had gone to San Francisco with that offensive line and Debo and McCaffrey and all that talent, I don't know what he would have been. And just to the same token, if Brock Purdy had gone to the Jaguars.
Yeah.
And gotten the hell beat out of him for 2 years. And, that's all I mean. He's also very lucky. He's very lucky he didn't go undrafted and pick the wrong place for playing time or otherwise. There's a lot of teams that would mess you up and you would have never got going.
Well, to his credit, he did. 948 NFL players will be waived, released, or moved to a reserve list by 4 o'clock.
That's a lot.
Today. 948.
That's today? I thought it was Sunday for some reason.
No, it's today.
27th?
Yeah. Oh, good news here.
Well, that's good. We'll have some finalization of that roster.
Do you remember a dude? This is just off the beaten path. I saw this story last night, and I was like, oh, God, and this is not going to end well. Greg Swindell.
Greg Swindell is the former pitcher for the Indians?
Very nice. He made an all-star team.
He's kind of a chunky left-hander.
Anyways, I think he's in Texas.
I think he was from Texas.
His 29-year-old daughter was missing.
Okay.
And last seen with an abusive boyfriend.
What?
How do those usually end?
Not good.
Well.
Yeah.
Anyway, Greg Swindell has tweeted out, she has been found. That's all we have for now. Thank you to everyone. I mean, everyone who helped in the process. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a Texas Longhorn, 2001 World Series champ, 17 years in the major leagues. Greg Swindell, 17 years.
I'm surprised he was in the league that long. Did he? Swindell may have got a Brave season out of Swindell.
He may have.
In the bad years. He probably played for. He played for the Braves in a year where they were no good. Late 80s, maybe not. Maybe he did just get a cup of coffee when they didn't need him.
Ben DiNucci's been released by the Buffalo Bills, in case you're wondering. Ben DiNucci.
That's one of those Giants guys.
Yeah.
What's the difference between Ben DiNucci and Tommy DeVito? Are they not the same dude?
They are.
Yeah.
Absolutely are.
Yeah. Both the Lords of Flatbush, I call them.
By the way, I also saw that the $21 billion industry known as the National Football League didn't quite work out with the with the electronics, with the measurements. So the chain gang is back.
Yeah, they tried it the other day, and I didn't understand what they didn't do a good job of you got.
I saw it too. They took forever.
Yeah, you got to show this. You got to show the technology as it's happening.
Yeah.
Like tennis, it's so easy.
Yeah, it's so easy. It's got to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it's up.
And then
off we go.
The graphics all come together. The official spot is the 31.3 yard line.
Could be used in the regular season as soon as 2025. I guess we got some kinks to work out. Still got a few kinks.
Yeah, it seems like you would have worked those out before you told anyone you were doing it.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the.
I know we've moved on to football and the hub-up and hullabaloo over Caitlin Clark and her intra-league rivalry with the only league she plays in. You know, we've kind of moved on, but she, the former Iowa star, did make a bit of more history last night.
Okay.
She had 19.7 assists, which eclipses the 15.5 assists mark.
Mm-hmm.
So now this year, she's had at least 15 points and 5 assists, I want to say 22 times now this year.
Okay.
Which, and by the way, there's still a number of games left. They're 14 and 16 now. But, yeah, that 15 and 5, no WNBA player in the history of the league has had more 15 and 5 games, not as a rookie, anytime. Like, it's the most 15-5 games in a season by any player in WNBA history.
Oh, wow.
And she's a rookie. She wasn't good enough for the Olympic team, though, Hick, and all she is a shooter.
This Miami fan has said 4,000 tickets is what Florida gave Miami for this game. What
Good.
a joke. Hope
Nice.
we give them 2,000 next season.
Yeah.
Then the Florida fan said, if you only give us 2,000, then there'll only be... Yeah.
Well, here's the difference is this. In Miami, just buying the tickets down there, you have to give them to Miami to get Miami fan in the stadium. You don't have to give them to Florida fan. There'll be half the stadium will be Florida fan from just Florida fan in South Florida.
Yeah.
That's a big difference.
Yeah. No, it'll be fun.
But in fairness to Miami, they will show. It'll be a full building next year there.
Oh,
it won't be all. It does not to the
be half and half
to the ratio.
yeah.
Maybe not quite half and half, but yeah close.
Yeah, it definitely will be.
Yeah.
It'll be.
That part is fair, and I like only giving them 4,000. I don't think you should give them any. And if Vandy doesn't want to give us any, that's fine. If you're a school that doesn't need to give it to them to make the money, then you shouldn't have to give it to them. Like I'm Alabama, Auburn, no, Bama, you can't have any tickets.
Right.
I don't know why they do that. Why do you? Maybe it's time to end that. Now, if you're a school and you want to make some available because you aren't going to sell out or you need the cash, then okay, that's fine. But if you're a school that can sell them all yourself, no, I'm sorry. Sorry, FSU, we're not going to give you any tickets this year. Or sorry, Florida, we're not giving you any tickets this year.
Just one other thing before we head to break, just off to the side, but I follow this a little bit more because I know that my team will be in the hunt for whether or not they get him, and I know what Yankee fan thinks, but this Juan Soto thing is kind of fascinating to me because I've never felt like a guy is all about, I'm getting mine, like Juan Soto, in terms of, you know, like the Yankee fans were saying, pay Juan Soto the other night and doing a chant and a re-sign Soto or something to that effect, and Judge was laughing, and they're all giggling, and then he always gets asked about it. He goes, it's up to Cashman. That's up to the Yankees. You know, it's like, wherever the money is where I'm going.
Yeah.
It's like I just get that feeling.
And he's a good player. It doesn't matter where he goes, right? Washington, he was good. He went to San Diego, wasn't quite what they thought they were getting, but he was still good. But he's been terrific for the Yankees.
But he turned down.
He's going to hit 40, which he's already set a career high in homers.
The Nats offered him 15 years, 440 a few years back, and he said, no.
Yeah, that's almost 30 a year, and now they're making more than that.
And I get the feeling he's.
What did Shohei get? 50?
You know, a lot of. What he got? Did he get
49 or something?
He got a lot. I'll look in a second. But it took about Juan Soto. And you got to remember, he's young.
He's a must-keep for the Yankees.
He's 25 years old.
He's a must-keep for the Yankees. Out of short right field porch. You put him and Judge out in that outfield.
He's got 37 and 95 this year. And the guy walks. He's got the best eye of anybody in baseball.
But that 37 is a career high.
Yeah, it is.
No, it is. I mean, and by the way, he's now probably 3 or 4 past his career. He set that career high a while ago.
And 35 last year.
Okay. Yeah, so he's 2 ahead of it already.
So he could hit, conceivably could hit 50.
Yeah, probably not 50, but
probably
he'll hit 40.
Not, but he could have, he'll hit 40.
Yeah.
He got 109 walks.
I think it's that's a got to keep for the Yankees. If you are right and it just comes down to who can pay him most.
Yeah.
No one's got more money than the Yankees. This is the guy you spend it on, New York.
I know one guy.
You spent plenty.
I know one guy does.
Huh?
I know one guy's got more money than the Yankees.
Well, he has enough. That doesn't have enough to make it unaffordable. I mean, you're going to go to a certain length. You're not going to pay him $100 million a year, right? I mean,
I don't know. I'm just wondering. I mean, this is a guy
he's very good.
Very good. Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Has a World Series already.
$700 million for 10 years for Shohei. $70 million.
$70 million. I undersold. So maybe it is $100 million a year. That doesn't matter. I'm so.
They say it starts at $600 million.
I'm over the salaries anymore. I don't care.
And Ohtani's 30.
Yeah. I'm over the salary. I mean, whatever. It is what it is. You can't. I mean, if you want to play big league sports, then you better bring a billionaire checkbook with you.
Oh yeah.
It's just all there is to it. And if your team isn't one of those, find a new team.
All right, Brunch with a Tour on deck. We got Lock and Law High School Report as well. A lot of busy Super Tuesday right here on the Drill.
It's an 8 o'clock hour.
Let's go.
To be holding here. It's a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday on 1010XL.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. If you've got the time, we've got the sports talk.
Who is this? It's me, pal.
1010XL, Jacksonville Sports Radio.
Hey, certainly facing interesting economic times. I can't speak for all of us, but for me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Those are Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Look, gang, I don't understand a ton about the economy. Higher interest rates, 401ks, SEP IRAs. But I do know this, as I move closer to retirement, my money grows, and that's because of the ITP Partners. That's because of Chris Bryan, Jeff Hartman, Reed Wingate, Dan Abel, Reagan Wright. Those guys I trust with my money, and that's saying something. And one just me, 3 generations of Hicken, mom, son, all use ITP Partners or used ITP Partners. I got friends, I got other family members. They listen, they give us individualized strategies. Our goals are their priority. Get in the game, guys. ITP Partners is always there to help. Chris at ITPPartners.com. Chris at ITPPartners.com or call 312-9751, 312-9751. They're ITP Partners and they're my financial partners for life.
Jennifer, Luxury has a new address in Jacksonville.
Oh, do tell, John.
Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard. We've got over 40 Cadillac Lyrics in stock.
40? That's incredible. Any color you want?
You bet. Pick your color and drive away today. Plus, we're giving away a free home charger with every Lyric.
Fantastic. Anything else?
How about a car you'll never have to change the oil on?
No oil changes ever? Now that's luxury.
Randy Marion Cadillac, where Jacksonville meets luxury.
Visit us today on Southside Boulevard and tell them Jennifer sent ya.
When it comes to towing products, your safety on the road is the priority at Cannons of Jacksonville. Whether it's a heavy-duty tow hitch, trailer frame, wiring, gooseneck, tow bar, or any other towing accessory, Cannons has decades of experience to ensure your towing setup is installed with precision and reliability. Visit cannonsofjacks.com to explore a range of products and schedule your installation. Cannons of Jacksonville, your trusted partner for a smoother tow.
David Ammon here with Zero Res. So Ammon, your mom mentioned it's been a year since we did a complete house cleaning. The kitchen tile and living room floors are looking pretty dingy. It's time to call Zero Res.
That's right. Most folks know that Zero Res does an amazing job at cleaning their carpets and rugs, but they don't know that Zero Res can clean their tile and grout, LVP, and wood floors.
And right now, Zero Res is offering 25% off all hard floor cleaning. Zero Res,
spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Celebrate a new season.
Don't hold nothing back.
1010XL's college kickoff coverage is brought to you by Jenkins Genesis of Northeast Florida and Island Oaks RV Park.
Do not start celebrating too early.
On 1010XL.
Rejoice!
This is Josh Woolsey with Woolsey Morecambe. When deciding what lawyer to trust with your car accident or injury case, the most reliable way is reviews and results. You want to be treated well, and you want a great result. Woolsey Morecambe's reviews speak for themselves, and I challenge any firm to compare results. We offer the resources of a large law firm and the customer service of a boutique practice. If you want to be treated right and want great results, call Woolsey Morecambe at 1-800-WOOLSEY. Offices, Jacksonville.
D.D. Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago, Donna, said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing. Because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here, and let me give it to you straight. Here's what happened. One day at the radio station, a big shout out to Greg, by the way, he tells me about his new weight loss client entering Jacksonville. He knew I'd been griping about my weight and thought it'd be perfect for me. My response, yes, please. So I ended up on a call with Paige, the owner of Awaken 180 Weight Loss. By the end of that call, my only question was, what's the catch? Awaken 180 sounded too good to be true. Eat to lose weight? No meds? No workouts? Really? Paige just smiled through the phone and said, there is no catch, Mike. Awaken 180 works. I was skeptical, but intrigued. But after the first week, I was sold. I dropped 9.5 pounds that week, and 26 pounds later, I reached my goal. The amazing part, and a main reason I chose Awaken 180, the weight has stayed off. If losing weight is your goal, I suggest having the same conversation I had with Awaken 180. Schedule yours today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Big Chief Tire makes auto care affordable with 6-month financing on their CFNA card, plus $50 off your next service. Frank Frangie here. With no interest for 6 months, now is the perfect time to take care of your vehicle. Whether you need new tires, brakes, or general checkup, their skilled technicians have you covered. Visit BigChiefTire.com or call 904-932-0950 to learn more and schedule an appointment at one of their 5 locations. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
David Lane here again for Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. After several surgeries for age-old issues, mainly my back and shoulders, there's no doubt that Southeast Orthopedic Specialist is my sustaining resource for living pain-free. Take it from me, and I'm being really honest here, there's no better orthopedic facility here in Jacksonville.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Garber Auto Mall phone line.
Hello.
We can wiggle it. Now, Brunch with the Tour. Brought to you by
Clearwater Irrigation
and Drainage too.
Brunch, provided by Chick-fil-A on 1010XL.
Oh, it's just relief for me. It's just relief is all it is as we bring in Stuart Moore, who's in Atlanta, partying like there's no tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
the Buckhead baby,
guys,
they call him.
You know,
did you go for the wings last night, did you?
Actually,
Magic wings.
Spanish tapas.
Oh,
sure.
tapas. Of course you did.
You
What's that synonymous with?
Yeah.
What's that code for?
That's Lou Williams.
A lot of people think, SVP, agronomy, the travel, very sexy. I'm coming to you live from the Hampton Inn in Decatur,
Nice.
baby. I mean,
Yeah.
this is
Shout out
living the
PGA
life.
Tour. That's not the Marriott Marquis, is it?
It surely is not.
No. Well, good for you. I'm sure you'll make do. They got that continental breakfast. You can hit that 2 or 3 times.
Oh, the little to-go bag all over it.
We have a developing situation here. The pool is over. The picks are done. And young Jeff has come in last this year. So congratulations to you. You have won. So you'll buy yourself a gift.
You know what I should have to do? I should have to go hit a 110-yard shot for 4 hours. That felt like a wheel spin. Huh?
That wasn't supposed to be.
Yeah.
Wait, who did Prosser have? I couldn't remember.
Scheffler.
I had the pig killed me.
He's
Pig
calling
Scheffler.
him now the pig.
He's Pig Scheffler.
I mean,
every time I took that
he's
guy,
turned on him.
Yeah, Pig Scheffler, and now he's lost his mind. Somehow this guy has played golf like he has all year, and we go into the Tour Championship, and dang, Stewart, I feel like he's an underdog. I don't feel like he's going to win. It doesn't matter now, but Pig Scheffler probably will. Just to stick it to me. If he'd have won last week, I'd have made it. I'd have been fine.
By the way, just quick note: Jags are releasing Terrell Edmonds. They want to, according to Ian Rappaport, they want to bring him back to the practice squad. But he may get signed by somebody else. Yeah. Anyway, so continue.
We got plenty of guys on standby for the next 4-6 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
But that position becomes a little sketch.
Is Scheffler an underdog heading into this week, Stuart?
I tell you what, so obviously the starting strokes, he starts at 10 under, Xander at 8 under, Hideki at 7 under. We saw Hideki withdraw with lower back pain, so not really sure how he stands. We'll hear from him today. Keegan Bradley, 6 under, 4 back, and your boy Ludwig 5 under, then everyone kind of trickles down from there. I wouldn't say an underdog, but I wouldn't go bet the house with a 2-shot lead.
Yeah, he's not the sure thing. You feel like
he is the betting favorite.
Yeah, be gone by the turn, though.
Yeah.
The way Schauffele's playing.
Yeah. And it's a 2-shot lead with 4 rounds to go.
What's the deepest someone can come back here, do you think? Hovland was 6 back last year, wasn't he, when he started?
Yeah. Listen, and these guys, even par, if you really catch a heater.
The problem is passing everyone else, though, Stuart. You can maybe catch Scheffler, but if you're in that group that's starting even par, I don't think it's possible to win because you got to pass everyone else.
What's the largest comeback ever?
Everyone else, right, but you got to remember East Lake has just been restored.
Mm-hmm.
The golf course is back to its original Donald Ross routing. The greens are completely different. The bunkering is completely different. So any sort of prior course knowledge, or like Xander has an incredible record here. Not to say it goes out the door, but and Jeff, you're a golfer, you know this. Brand new greens, they're pretty firm.
Yeah.
It's really hard to hold the greens.
Yeah, we saw a lot of that bouncy out, and maybe they got ready for that last week. Those greens looked like they were bouncy too out in Castle Pines.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a test. And those guys are out there. They're playing a lot of golf these next 3 days. And tour guys, if they play the same course every year, they're not playing 54 holes Monday through Wednesday. It's a long week, but there's a lot of acclimation to a new course going on right now.
So the largest comeback in PGA Tour history. Do you know what that is, Stuart?
In the final round?
No, and not the Tour Championship ever. In any event,
at any part of the tournament. So not final. Not
no
going
largest
into the
comeback. Oh, I see.
You see what I mean? Like at one point where that's what I mean.
The final round comeback.
It's like 7, isn't it?
No.
9?
No.
More than that?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know then.
It's 10.
You're going way back on that.
Do you know who that is?
Who?
Paul Lowry.
Oh, was at the Open?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who?
He won the 3-man playoff.
The Vandevelde.
Oh, that was Carnoustie back in '99. That was
Vandevelde. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, Hovland
Yeah.
last year was the 2 seed. He was 8 under. I was thinking he started lower than that, so he didn't have to make up that much.
Yeah, he won.
But he won by a ton. Like he would have come back
Yeah.
if it was just Scheffler, he was having to chase down. I don't know. I'm down on Pig Scheffler after what he did to me.
You can't call him Pig.
Why?
Because he's nice.
He rooted around.
Who was your second pick? Did you go Ludwig?
He went Dunlap.
I went Dunlap.
We all passed on
He was
Ludwig.
fine. I know, and that's another one, too. I said all year I'm going to ride Ludwig till he wins. And I had a chance to ride him, and I didn't. It wouldn't have mattered, though, so I don't care. Scheffler, the Pig screwed me. Pig's got to win.
I love the Pig. I'll let him know about his new nickname.
Tell him Pig Scheffler. Yeah, tell him
it's not fair to call him Pig. He came through for a lot of us all year.
Not for me, for you guys.
Didn't he win the tournament 2 weeks before to put
He had one for me, yeah.
Yes.
No, I got the million for the gold medal. Thanks, Pig. I need the 3.8 for winning one of these things. So, no, he didn't.
Do Tom Alter and I share a 1010XL gift pack?
Yes.
Winners?
Yes.
You do.
Oh, yeah.
By the way,
ET's going to get you a driver.
By the way, can you talk to the boys about the driver and Matt Fitzpatrick?
What happened?
You didn't see that?
Oh, the ruling?
Crack driver, yeah. What are we doing there, Stuart?
With the crack?
What do you? Yeah. I didn't see. I know that Rory accidentally, on purpose, broke his driver.
He threw his in the water.
Matt Fitzpatrick had a little crack in his driver, and it was affecting his drive, so he asked if he could replace it, and they wouldn't let him do it. They said the rule said you can't do it, and it was obviously affecting his drives. So
yeah, and those cracks are. I mean, the thinness of the face of the driver it's amazing they don't crack more.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, but that's been a long held.
I thought if your club broke in a normal course of play, you could replace it, Stuart.
I think that's more for like the shaft or the head going flying.
Okay.
I think the face is a little bit different, and the crack. I mean, and you look at these cracks, it's really hard to see. Like Hicken, if you had a crack, you probably do have a crack in the face, your driver. You probably have for years, and you don't know it. But if you're a top player in the world, the second you hit it,
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's a little bit of a definition between like a crack and a break.
Did you guys see what I was talking about? I'll give Roy credit. Instead of being histrionics and slamming his club, he accidentally broke his club on purpose. Like he pushed down on that club to break. He didn't push down just to steady himself to grab his tee. There was a little, and he did it perfectly. I mean, he didn't show any anger in his face. Mm-hmm. He didn't clench up his jaw.
Right.
He broke the damn thing. That's what he was doing. I'm gonna break this doggone thing.
Yeah. So
enjoy that.
When you get them all for free, it's a different deal.
That's
right?
for sure.
If you go out and break a driver,
But you don't get them at the turn. You got to finish the day with
cap.
the 3-wood. But of course, when you're playing out there, it didn't matter, I guess.
Yeah.
So remind us who starts. So it's Scheffler at 10, Schauffele at 8, Hideki at 7, Keegan at 6, Oberg at 5.
Yep.
And
Rory
then-
at 4, Morikawa at 4.
But listen, that 4-under group, again, we're
They can,
the
4-under can win.
But that's Rory, Colin, Wyndham, Sam Burns. Who's
Yes.
playing great right
That
now.
group could win. That's as low as I'm going. And I know that even pars are not win because they're not going to pass those guys and everyone else, in my mind.
All right, Jeff, before we go, are you interested at all in doing a double or nothing bet right here on the Tour Championship?
Wow.
A 2-spinner.
I just did the 2-spinner like last time I did the 2-spinner.
Yeah. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not saying I'm doing it. I'm asking you, would you be interested in it?
Can I just take it under advisement for a break? I can't do that, Johnny, on the spot. Well, I got to know what are we talking about?
We need to start getting some ideas here for the wheel spin.
What would the double or nothing be? Like, what are you talking about? Just picking the winner, or
I don't know. I just threw it out there as just for fun, and again, I'd rather stagger a wheel. Like, do something that's not like I want to do, but if you're successful, then there's no terrible thing. Yeah, I think we just need to get this one over with and go to the bets.
Yeah,
is what I think.
I do.
Oh, there it is. Takes a piece of your soul every time, Stuart.
I don't like it.
Stuart, do you have any golf
I
wheel
should get
spins?
credit for the milk mile. I did that last time. What a dummy.
Do you have any
for
do you have any
to do
golf wheel spins that you'd like to throw out there, Stuart? Any ideas from the golf world?
I got an idea. I'll go to TPC 17.
Yeah.
And if I don't put it within 10 feet, I got to dive in and swim to the green.
I like that. I'm in.
Yeah,
there we go.
Go ahead and tell you who's not going to allow you.
10 feet or I swim across. Hey, Stuart, are there any alligators in that lake?
There's a couple.
There are
Are
plenty.
there?
What about Prosser caddying for Hicken?
In that lake?
And you have to find every errant tee shot.
That would be rough.
You have to find every errant tee shot?
Ooh.
That's okay. He doesn't hit it super far. Maybe we get something golf related, but whatever. I'll take my medicine, whatever it is.
All right, we got to start getting some ideas. Stuart, what do you think? Who wins? Give me a winner.
Give me Xander, man. I mean, the guy just absolutely loves this place. He's 2 shots back. He's got that swagger still. I mean, he's a different cat since winning 2 majors, He's just, I mean, the demeanor, he's calm. It's kind of like, I mean, he's always known he belongs. He's been a top 10 player in the world forever, but now you got some majors under your belt.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Xander all day.
All right, I like it. Well, let's have you in next week to wrap up the year.
Love it.
And we'll visit with you, and we appreciate your time. And we'll catch up again next week. Tour Championship this week. We'll see who the winner is. Thank you, Stuart.
All right, boys.
That's our friend Stuart Moore. He is in Atlanta, ready for the Tour Championship. We'll come back with the Lockett Law High Score Report right here on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Jenkins Genesis of Northeast Jacksonville is now open, and you're invited in as a VIP to tour the all-new facility. Be one of the first 100 people to check out the complete lineup of luxury vehicles by September 8th and see if you can crack the code to win a brand new car. See dealer for details. No purchase necessary. Genesis of NortheastJacksonville.com. And now open on Atlantic Boulevard. Genesis, where luxury is redefined.
Oh, I love football season, man, but football season means you going to games. You're going to games in that hot Florida sun, man. You got to get ready. You got to put on that floppy hat, that long-sleeve dry fit, that sunscreen. That's what Doctors Boudreaux and Doctors Metz want to tell you from Beaches Dermatology. Hicken here from my friends at Beaches Dermatology. Ain't nobody better. From the beautiful ladies up front who help you out, take care of you, to the doctors, Dr. Fader will help you with the Mohs surgery. Beaches Dermatology has it going on, man. But they want you to not have to come see them all the time. So take care of that skin when you're in that hot Florida sun, whether you're golfing, fishing, angling, going to football games, whatever. If you see something on your skin, though, get it checked out. They'll do it for you. Give Beaches Dermatology a call online at beachesdermatology.com.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Joe C. for Hard Rock Bet, Florida's only legal sportsbook app, and they're so stoked for the kickoff of the season. You know why? Because never before in September have you been able to legally bet on football. This year, for the first time ever, people in Florida can bet on ball. College kicks off this weekend with a big bunch of games, and all you have to do to get started is download the Hard Rock Bet app or go online at hardrock.bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Duck Duck Rooter is a full-service plumbing company. They can fix everything from a simple leaky pipe or clogged drain to a large-scale repipe job, serving both commercial and residential customers. When you're stuck, call the Duck. DuckDuckRooter.com.
There's something special about football under the Friday night lights.
Clear eyes, full hearts.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Friday Night Lights.
Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning on 1010XL.
Hey, this is Bert Cannon with the First Coast YMCA. Youth sports at the Y can help nurture your future athlete's potential and experience the joy of being a kid. At the Y, we're providing a safe, clean, and fun environment with basketball, soccer, volleyball, gymnastics, elite skills training, and more. Best of all, participation in Legacy Youth Sports League is free with your family membership. Visit fcymca.org to learn all about youth sports at the Y.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hey there, all you sports dads rocking the best dad bod possible. We love seeing you eat tacos by the handful, and we love it when you bring your kids here too. For years, Lucy claimed that her favorite thing on the menu was sopapillas, the big scoop of ice cream. I know that's not a taco, but that never stopped her. I was shooting for Dad of the Year anyway, so I just let it happen. Taco Lou's a great place to bring the family. There's something for everyone, as long as it starts with a taco. And a margarita for mom is always a good thing. At Taco Lou in Jacksonville Beach.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Guys, feeling deflated in the bedroom? ED, low T, no energy? If your stuff is broken, call 904-STROKEN or 904stroken.com. No shots and the first treatment now free. Fix your ED at 904stroken.com.
Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the Botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said gone boating. But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 4 local locations, Julington Creek, Jack's Beach, and 2 in St. Augustine, and over 400 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek Rope Swing? Or docking at at the Conch House. Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the Botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
With the Jaguars getting down to the 53-man roster, head coach Doug Peterson is as happy as an NFL coach can be.
Yeah, I'm happy, but you're never satisfied, right? We haven't seen all the pieces, but pleased with the development of the entire roster.
Preseason saw the further growth of quarterback Trevor Lawrence as his head coach had him more frequently under center.
I think Trevor's really grown under center. He's getting more comfortable with it.
The Jaguars got welcome news on Monday with starting wide receiver Christian Kirk returning to practice. Kirk missed the last 2 weeks of practice and the final 2 games with a mild calf injury. It appears he should be prepared to go for week 1 against the Miami Dolphins. That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. They make the plays on and off the field. Now get ready for the Lockett Law High School Report. Brought to you by Lockett Law. Know before you blow.
Pretty cool. Yeah. It's fun for you guys. Oh, yeah. A lot of people don't know.
Yeah, we got Jamie Rogers in here, old friend of the program from Bradford. Big win against the rivals, Baker County. Coach, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Tell folks what the Bradford-Baker County game is like for you.
Oh, well, I mean.
Because I don't think people know. People just heard, hey, we got a high school coach in.
Right.
They beat this team this weekend.
Right.
It's a little more backstory to this.
Yeah, leading up, man. It's a bunch of stuff on Facebook that probably doesn't need to be there like we talked before we come on. But I still live there. When I went to Georgia, we didn't sell our house. We rented it out.
You played and graduated Baker County.
Yeah.
Coached Baker County.
Absolutely.
Went to Georgia. Now where do you coach?
Bradford.
And who'd you play this weekend?
Baker.
There's the story, gang. There we go.
Yeah, it's always fun. I've been in Bradford for 3 years, and it's been fun every year.
And you still live in Baker County.
Still live in Baker County.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Friday Night Lights just doesn't even begin to
that is
encapsulate.
I do think that there's nothing like for the kids to play in those games,
county football,
and those small. I love small town football.
That's how it is in most of America.
Yeah. Yes,
most of America's not 38 high schools in a metropolitan area.
That's right. It's I wish every kid got to do it at least once.
One time
in that kind of rivalry game. 3,000 people, 4,000 people, whatever it is. People tailgating in huge tents before the game. Most high school kids don't get to experience that these days. It's always fun.
Yeah, and and it's filtered down into other sports, like you want a great treat, go watch Baldwin girls softball.
Yes,
right,
shoot
correct.
Fireworks off, and the trucks are out in the outfield. That's a great.
Their student section is actually the boys out standing in the back of the trucks in the outfield.
Yeah.
I mean that's cool.
Yeah.
So you have done, by the way, congrats, a fantastic job, and
Thank you.
I don't know. These defenses that you guys keep churning out are unbelievable. I think I heard a little of I did the high school show on Friday night. I was just working television side, and I think I heard you talking, and I felt like, and tell me if I'm wrong here, you were addressing the kids after the game, and they were a little bit down because they gave up a touchdown late in the game.
Well, it was more than that. 3 years in, we've been fortunate. We had good players. I got great assistant coaches, and we had a lot of success. It felt like, almost that they thought we lost because we gave up a score. And that's unfortunate for them because we fumbled and gave them the ball on the 11, and they scored on 4th down.
Well, and the reason for that disappointment, gang, is if you don't follow, they literally had 6-7 shutouts last year. No,
I think it's
is it
16
more?
or 17 in the last 2 years.
Yeah. So I mean, they're literally shutting out like 80% of their schedule. So that's why you would have that kind of.
The reason for that, guys, is I've had really good players.
I get
on
it.
defense, and we've had they love to compete. They love to run into people.
Yes,
that's something that's
love
rare
to play
these
football.
days. They love to play football,
right?
And they love to prepare on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and that's what it is. If you see an elite defense, it's because they got prepared and they know what's coming before it comes.
We ask all the local, the FHSAA just ping pong bounces, escalate just between any and everything, whatever the flavor of the week and how we're going to classify these schools. And we've gone now, left the metropolitan and the rural, whatever they called it. Everyone we ask is from here, from the metro.
Sure.
I wonder how do you feel about it? Because you probably fell on the other side of that designation. Does it matter to you? Do you think it's better just all across, every 2, 3, 4, 5, 6A for themselves, or did you like the way they had separated it?
Well, that's a great question, and you get asked that a lot, and you don't get the Jacksonville guys don't get the rule.
That's right.
Opinion very much. For me, what I think it did, it gave. Let's say you had the best team in Bradford County history, or Baker, or Union, or any of those guys. What it did was gave them a platform to not run into a super metro school
right out
that
of the
can
gate.
Keep their enrollment down.
Yeah.
We have 750 kids.
Right.
So if you have somebody that can keep their enrollment down to that's kind of an unlevel playing field. But what the Suburban did, or what if you had that really elite team, it gave you a chance to make a deep run in the playoffs, where previously maybe that might have run into a powerhouse.
Which you did.
Yes.
Yeah.
So last year you go to the state championship game.
Would you have made that run in the old system? You were good enough to do it either way, weren't you, or no?
Last year on defense, we were probably
good enough.
Like Baker in 17.
But,
we were good enough
to
filter through all of it and we just were no match for American Heritage that year.
You want to talk about every kid getting a moment. You guys had a moment, not only playing, small town football is awesome, but you had a playoff game, overtime game.
Unbelievable.
Tell me how that ended? Because did you end up going for 2? Is that what?
Yeah. I'm not sure we could have stopped. I'm not sure we could have stopped them anymore. We were gassed.
They're playing Pensacola Catholic.
Yeah. By the way, biggest high school team I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Offensive line wise, their back was 225 pounds. Oof. It was just.
So you're battling,
we were
giving it you everything you got.
We were down 14-0 with 8 minutes left, so I wasn't. You know what I mean?
This is semi.
This was semis last year, and I mean there were people everywhere. It was 4 or 5 rows deep, standing in every direction.
That's another thing. Yeah, but go ahead. Tell me more a little bit about
that. That was awesome. And then we come back tied up 14-all with a couple minutes left. They miss a field goal in regulation, punch it in, kick the extra point, and we went in on second down, I think, scored, and so we're talking about me and the offense coordinator. We're talking about what to do.
Had you thought in your mind, I'm going for 2 if we score here before, or you hadn't considered it yet?
Yeah, I considered it, but our kicker was doing a good job, and then I didn't want to go on offense first. I didn't want them to have the decision, and then Chasen Clark, number 10 linebacker, who's at Marshall now, is going to do a good job, play a lot of special teams. He come in the huddle, he said, "Hey, Coach, we want to go for it," and I said. That was it. I didn't need any more. I said, let's go for it. David, call the best play we got.
What was it? What was the play?
Oh, we had a power play that we had run from the quarterback. Dejon Shanks had run it probably 100 times that year, and we had never shifted. We'd never shifted left all season.
Okay.
Put everybody power over there. we shifted with probably 10 seconds left on the play clock.
Beautiful.
And hit it before they shifted.
That's great.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And then, so you go all the way to state title, you play Cocoa, and had a good game, but ended up short on that one. So tell me about this year's team now, because I know coaches, you put that all in the past. You got to move on. It's a new year. Start off well, but what are we thinking about? How many guys did you lose?
We lost 7 to college football.
Oh,
so
there you go.
That's why
tough.
you're really good on. That's why you're really good on.
Well, at least you didn't have the FSU thing week 1.
Well, that was tough, wasn't it? Oh man, it was hard to watch.
Depends on your perspective,
That's
Jamie.
right. You guys, that was great. For a lot of people, it wasn't as good. But it's a lot of these guys have had experience playing. We've been fortunate to be ahead in some games in the last couple of years, to where a lot of these guys have had.
That is so
experience.
important.
At your school, how do you? I mean, football is so popular, obviously. So I know a lot of the kids want to play, but yet it has to be you do battle numbers. I mean, you told me 750. That means you have 375 guys.
Yep.
That means in 4 different classes, right? I mean, you start doing the numbers, you got to get guys to come out. How does that? Do they just do it innately, or do you work the school a little bit? Like, do you say,
in the beginning,
hey, I saw your cousin, tell him come out and play some football for me?
Yeah, that's right. There's a lot of that, but especially in the beginning when you're new, year one.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of like, everybody's wanting to come out and try it a little bit.
Like, what kind of numbers do you have this year?
We're about 70 in the program.
70 and you got eyes and ears on middle school, Pop Warner.
That's right.
And all that stuff,
yeah. I mean, they give me full control over all that. So I get to pick the coaches and stuff down in middle school and go down. The middle school's right across the street.
Right.
So I can walk across there anytime I want to and go check on them. So it's a good thing. So if we got 70 players, that's almost 10% of the school playing.
Yeah. Yeah. So
that's a good number.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a good number. That's healthy roster.
If you had 3,000 students and 10%, would be 300 in the program. You know what I mean?
Talking Bradford football with Jamie Rogers and looking ahead here a little bit to your schedule. What do you like about your schedule? What do you got? Tell me a little bit about what you're thinking here. Is we have Denellen, my man Tommy Boss's alma mater. Shout out to Tommy Boss, baseball coach of Providence.
The next 3 weeks, I mean, that's about as good as it. Dunellen's
South Sumter,
Senior Lane, South Sumter.
Oh, and then Mandarin, a little tilt with Mandarin.
That'd be a good one.
South Sumter's. I mean, they got some weapons on offense.
They do.
It's a different style. They like to get downhill and run the ball at you. They got 3 or 4 running backs, like Mandarin has 3 or 4 wide receivers.
Yeah.
Yes. Elite. South Sumter has the same thing.
Wow, don't take for granted how difficult a turnaround that is.
Oh.
Like but 1 week you're getting ready for this guy to run it at you 50 times, and then the next week they're going to throw it.
How did you Mandarin? That's not any kind of district or anything like that. So how did you
I think they're either number 1 or number 2 in 8A, and we're 2A. So we got together. I had 9 games.
Needed a game.
They lost a game. So they posted on FHSAA.
You said,
I called and said, hey, we'll do it if you'll come here.
Okay.
If you'll come to us, because I mean, I know that'll be a good gate.
Well, that'll be a great gate and a great environment.
Yeah, their kids will probably not get to play in many environments like
Correct.
that. When I've scouted Mandarin and Bowls a few times, and you're far away from the field, and
no, it's nothing like it.
It's different, man.
There's no track. You're right on top of the field, like the fans. I mean, you can hear them yelling at me.
I remember doing way back in the day, Hick, bowls at Santa Fe. Santa Fe, another one of that same. That was the Adrian or Mike P.
Mike P.
was on that team. I think it was maybe the quarterback even on that team.
He's got a son. I don't know where his son ended up at, but I think he's a Penn State. I think he's a Penn State commit. I just don't know where he's at right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So anyway, it's great. And then after Mandarin, we get some of the other town to town stuff: Keystone, Palatka, Newberry. You do go to Tallahassee, take on Leon, Santa Fe, and but so you lost some really good kids, but you have kids who you feel like are experienced and can step up, and that's part of what you do as a head coach in terms of building a program, right?
Yeah, what's special about this group? The transfer thing's out of control.
Yeah,
I think we would all agree with that.
Yes,
give the kids a chance to go play where they want to. I'm kind of in favor for that if they're in a really bad program or whatever the case may be. But what these kids have done, they've stayed the course.
Yeah,
a lot of them have spent time as backups, and now they're going to reap the reward.
And by the way, that's also a cool thing in small town. You grow up together.
Yeah.
You played middle school football together.
Yep.
You played a JV and then you go to, and you're all together. And going through it together is kind of a cool thing.
Probably don't face the competition for those transfers either as much.
No, I mean it's a 30-minute ride.
That's what I mean.
Outside of Union or Keystone, right?
Gotcha.
But the Union.
It's good to be king though when it comes to that.
Union guys don't want to go to Bradford.
Right.
Bradford guys don't want to go to
Good.
Union.
So that's how it should be, doggone it.
That's how it should be.
Of course,
I like that.
ETNs will go to Georgia in a heartbeat though. Don't kid yourself.
I'll tell you what else we don't get. There's nobody from Baker transferring into Bradford. And vice versa. It just doesn't. So we're in a pretty good spot as far as that goes.
Yeah. Well, gosh, I know you're having a good time, a lot of fun, and a lot of success for you and your program. And I know you want to laud your coaches and your kids because that's what it's all about. But man, if you ever have a chance, go to a game out in Bradford. There ain't nothing like it. It's a lot of fun.
It's not often that, in sports in general, not just in football, it's the offensive woof that overwhelms you and it catches your attention. It's not often that you play defense to a level that does that. That like amazes you. And like over I literally got to a point last year. I was checking the scoreboard. The first thing I want to do is did Bradford give up any points?
Yeah,
and usually it's the other way around. Yeah.
I'm
so
still
good. Keep it up.
I'm still angry with the Providence schedule makers from a couple years ago who decided to bring Bradford in for a half for the kickoff classic.
Yeah, there was some kicking going on.
I said, what do we, this is Bradford, guys. I mean,
I'm pretty sure Bobby Ramsey, he did that as a favor because we didn't have a kickoff classic. So he was like, you come play, we'll split it for a half.
And half.
Yeah, he kind of bailed me out because we lost our kickoff classic way late.
Not sure we, I don't know if we got a first down.
It was like 8-0.
It was 8-0. Yeah, you call it.
Took it easy. Yeah.
Appreciate you. It's great to see you, Jamie. Congratulations on everything.
Yeah, have a great year.
Run it as best you can, and continue success.
I appreciate you guys taking time for high school football.
Absolutely, we love it. We love it. Lock and Law High Score Report. Know before you blow. Appreciate Jamie Rogers and Bradford represented today. We're back with more next on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Quenching your thirst for midday sports talk.
Something hot.
XL Prime Time.
I hear we're getting a new cappuccino machine.
Josie, Matt Hayes, and Leon Searcy.
Afternoons 2 to 4.
On 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hey, gang, Hicken here for Zero Res. You know how hot it is outside. Many of us stay inside, go to the pool. Well, my friends at Zero Res are heating things up. As you know, Zero Res does a great job of cleaning carpets and rugs, but they also clean luxury vinyl planking. We like to call that LVP. Tile and grout, fine stone, and hardwood floors. Right now, hottest price of the year. 25% off all hard floor cleaning. That's 25% off tile, LVP, fine stone, and hardwood floors. Zero Res, man. You spell it forward, you spell it backwards. Zero Res. It's the right way to clean.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. And I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Atlantic Self-Storage, the official storage partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Need to make room to watch football in your home or need a place to park your boat or RV? Store it all at Atlantic Self-Storage. Over 50 locations in Northeast Florida. 24-hour access, all with month-to-month leases. Moving? They can help with supplies. They make storage easy. Go to AtlanticSelfStorage.com or call 877-WE-STORE to find a storage solution near you. Go Jags!
VSiN's College Football Guide delivers betting previews of all 134 teams with best bets for the playoffs, Heisman Trophy, season win totals, conference winners, and much more. Only on VSiN. Pro subscribers get the full guide, but you can download your free copy of the guide right now. Featuring a betting preview of the Gators, Seminoles, and Bulldogs at 1010XL.com. That's 1010XL.com. 1010XL.com. Download your free copy of the guide right now.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
AC replacement? If your AC unit is ready to go kaput, then it's time to call Florida Home AC. With over $3,000 in tax credits waiting for you on select systems, take advantage of it. Call 777-4300. Get Florida Home AC to cool you off.
With deep pockets and huge resources, truck companies may think they can get away with a small settlement after an accident. But at Farah & Farah, our team isn't afraid to go toe-to-toe with them, to fight for every penny you're entitled to under the law. If you've been in a truck accident, call Farah & Farah. Put our big truck experience to work for you. Jacksonville.
O'Reilly. Need a little help? O'Reilly Auto Parts can help. Need advice? We've got advice. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. Exceptional customer service. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
When all you have is a hammer, everything is a nail. I'm Dr. George Bari, and like me, I know you have been bombarded with PRP and stem cell treatments from companies that promise the world and charge prices to match. or the surgeon that convinced you the only way to treat your injuries through surgery. At Barry Orthopedics, we offer the best PRP treatment on the market with prices that won't cost you an arm and a leg. We also have the expertise to treat your injury surgically if that is what it entails. We can discuss all surgical and non-surgical options with you and make sure you get the best treatment available. Come see me, Dr. George Barry at Barry Orthopedics.
Homeowners, good news for you. Accent on 4. Listen up. Loan Pronto now has mortgage rates that start with a 4. Prosser here. It's true. Mortgage rates have plummeted. So low, we haven't seen them in a long time. If your current rate is over 6%, you can dump it and lower your house payment big time. Loan Pronto just locked in a homeowner at 4.99% APR. So whether you got your loan last week, last month, or last year, it's time to call Loan Pronto. Even if you're in process with another lender, stop now. Call Loan Pronto. Ask about their zero-cost rate reduction home loan. You can lock in a lower rate with no closing costs in a matter of days, with almost no paperwork and usually no appraisal. And if you act now, you can even skip your next 2 house payments. Call now. Loan Pronto can give you a rate quote in minutes with no hard credit pull and no upfront fees like those other guys. Call 904-999-1508 or loanpronto.com. Call 904-999-1508. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. Owner approved credit, NMLS consumeraccess.org.
Hey, Hicken here. Join the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp and the Tristan Bailey Foundation in recognizing our angel parents across Northeast Florida by honoring the lives of children lost to violence. Coming up Saturday, August 31st. Man, we got baseball, family, food, and fireworks. And we got a 4-pack of tickets courtesy of the Tristan Bailey Foundation to hand out right now. 641-1010. That's right. 4-pack of tickets to go see the Jumbo Shrimp this weekend. Please join the family of Tristan Bailey. And if you can purchase tickets through tbstrong.org, a portion of proceeds will go back to the Tristan Bailey Foundation. We will see you at the park Saturday night, courtesy of Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. Don't let the state decide your fate. 641-1010 right now. A 4-pack of tickets to the Jumbo Shrimp for the Tristan Bailey Foundation night coming up this Saturday.
If you're ready to transform your yard with a fence that stands out, elevate your curb appeal with Superior Fence and Rail. Superior takes pride in offering first-class service, friendly installers, and unmatched fence products. Mention this ad and get $250 off your next project. It's time to get off the fence and call today.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Hey, David again with Royal Pest Services. TAP Insulation stands for thermal, acoustic, and pest control. Keep your home cool, noise out, and pests dead. Visit RoyalPestServices.com to schedule a free inspection.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Kuhn Flowers. Gator head coach Billy Napier knows the challenge Miami quarterback Cam Ward presents.
You look at the yards, the touchdowns, the completion percentage, multiple stops. I do think that his ability to extend the play is a part of the game. I think even as a transfer, they've got him picked to be the preseason player of the year in the ACC.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers concluded their preseason with a victory over the Miami Dolphins. Quarterback Baker Mayfield says the team is ready.
Our guys were locked in. Exactly. He asked for us to be really physical, and I think everybody was. I think we're ready to go.
Our Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp return home this evening to start a 6-game series against the Norfolk Tide. Game time is 7:05 from 1-1 Financial Ballpark. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
82 degrees right now at 9:03. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
We'll look a little bit at Miami, probably later in the week. But right now it's still, let's clean up the game and continue to push.
And the news coming out that Terrell Edmonds has been released. I'd like to bring him back on the practice squad, but that means they'll leave him with Cisco and Darnell Savage, Antonio Johnson, and I guess Daniel Thomas as a special teamer will be the fourth safety. But and maybe it means they'll, again on the cornerback side with Campbell and Darby and Jarian Jones and maybe DeAndre Prince and maybe Braswell.
And the thought is, at least we've heard that Savage and Johnson could play that nickel.
Mm-hmm.
corner position, right? So
I'm sure they got a plan, so we'll see.
You know, the other two safeties you don't have for a while. Gibson's suspension and Dewey's injuries.
Vikings are leaving T.J. Hawkinson on the PUP list, so he'll be out the first 4.
He's got an ACL, I think, from last year, so that's expected.
He'll be back this season. The Jags also releasing, according to Tom Pelissero, linebacker Tanner Muse, who was a practice squad candidate, but was a special teams guy more so.
So we're with, I think that's 12 of the 90 now that have been dispatched one way or the other.
They're being told today, so they're being told
it's
right
4
now.
o'clock today, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that'll give them this last half of this week to kind of find. They'll finesse. The worst thing are these guys that are on the bubble and they make the roster, and then 2 days later they don't. They go find that that veteran,
especially a young guy who thinks.
And it happens every year.
It'll
happen
call
this
his
year.
family, tell him he made
That's
the
right.
team.
There'll
and
be
then
2 or 3.
Gets hit with his just hammer in the right between the eyes.
There'll be 2 or 3. Yeah, this week for sure.
So on the offensive line, the 5 starters. It's Cam Robinson and Anton Harrison and Ezra Cleveland, Mitch Morse, and Brandon Sheriff. And then
it feels like offensive line was not even addressed.
Yeah.
I know Morse is a big addition, so maybe that. But I thought of this, Dan.
Yes, sir.
Kansas City.
Kansas
played
City.
Tampa Bay in the Super Bowl in 2020 after the 2020 season. You remember that?
Yes.
Do you remember how terrible their offensive line was?
Yes.
They completely blew up their offensive line, Dan. Blew it up from top to bottom 3 years ago. And now, if you look at offensive line rankings in the NFL, you'll find the Chiefs number 1.
Well, they got Creed Humphrey. Which
they
helped.
drafted, they signed free agent.
Yeah.
It's not as hard as our guys have made it.
Doesn't seem to be.
With slow, non-physical, unsuccessful offensive linemen.
Looks like Trey Flowers, another one who's
corner
gone. Yeah.
That's a lot of, those are a lot of kind of, there's a bunch of guys on the Jaguars that are that guy.
Yeah.
Some will stay, some will go.
I'll say this. I think Doug Peterson, again, you talk about Doug isn't totally forthright, nor does he have to be all the time. And, I would say publicly toughest cuts, and it probably is the toughest cuts, but privately they know who they're cutting.
Yeah, listen, to me, tough cut is when you cut somebody that is going to go help someone else.
Yeah.
And we haven't mentioned a name of anybody that's going to go help someone else. It's going to come back to bite you in the rear.
Yeah.
Right? Like Shaq, who thinks he did, but nonetheless, remember Shaq Griffin came back with Houston, that game that they won here. Did he have anything to do with it? No, probably not. But nonetheless, he at least is a fact. I mean, I don't see much of a factor in the guys we've released at this point.
No. Not at
and
all.
I can't see cutting anybody that I wish we didn't have to cut. I can't think of a single person. I wish we didn't have to cut that guy. Now, that doesn't mean there's not a couple of guys that we should be saying that about. There, you got to pick the right developmental guys. How long do you give draft picks? I mean, are you going to find me a place for Lacey and Cole both on the 60?
Yeah, it's interesting. I have in front of me the chances to make the playoff according to ESPN's FPI, which I don't, but it's just a percentage from 0 to 100. What do you think the Gators' chances, according to ESPN's FPI, what percentage chance do they have to make the playoffs from 0 to 100? With Georgia being number 1, I'll give you some parameters. Georgia being number 1 at 78.9%.
Okay, I'd say then Florida is 8%.
Very good, 9%. What do you think FSU's is?
Does this include the loss?
It must.
I'd say FSU's is 22%.
13.2.
That's it, huh? That close. What's Miami's, by the way?
17.7.
That's all.
Yeah.
Even with FSU losing? Because that helps Miami.
Yeah, Clemson looks like they're the leader in the clubhouse of the ACC.
Is Clemson good?
29.8. I think they're better than people think. I saw that.
Was it last year they started terrible, but then they won their last 7 or 8 or whatever and got to 9-3, 10-2?
I saw that our man Dabo.
He still doesn't have a transfer, does he?
No. He won't do transfer portal, and he also, this year, won't be taking phone calls.
Oh, after what was
after
the
incident?
Yeah, what was that guy's
Somebody
name?
from Spartanburg.
Yeah, who was that?
Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler in Spartanburg.
Yes.
What do you got for us?
He let him go. He let him have it. Let Tyler have it. Okay, Dusty.
There is a funny. I'll play it next segment. We'll bump in with it, but it's Kirk Herbstreit AI.
Okay. So they take his words and they make him say something that's not. Yeah, this is going to be a problem in journalism.
Yes.
And so they make him talk about FSU and the loss.
Yes. It's very funny.
Yeah, and there will be people today that catch the back half of that driving to work. They're going to go to work and say, "Did you hear what Kirk Herbstreit said about the Noles this time?"
Yeah. You ready to feel old?
I don't need to have any extra reason. Is this the offspring playing college football?
It is.
I saw their chart, but I hadn't looked at any of the names. So yeah, let's play.
You got Rice quarterback E.J. Warner.
Kurt Warner's kid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have Marshall quarterback Cole Pennington.
Wow, Chad Pennington's got a college quarterback already.
You got UCLA quarterback Henry Hasselbeck.
Okay. Wow, I feel like I'm older than all these people.
You got UTSA quarterback Owen McCown.
Okay. Well, shoot, Josh McCown is a grandfather probably, age-wise.
I guess E.J. Smith is now at Texas A&M.
We had Luke McCown, the no good McCown brother. Who?
Yeah. E.J. Smith, Emmett's son, is at Texas A&M. I think he started at Stanford, didn't he?
That's not. It was a different one. Went to Georgia, or never went to Georgia.
Went to Georgia.
It just decked out in the Georgia stuff.
Yeah. Howard has a running back named Eden James, Edge's son.
Edge's kid.
Texas A&M has a wide receiver Moose Muhammad III.
Moose.
Michigan State has a wide receiver Antonio Gates Jr. Minnesota has a wide receiver Christian Driver. Nebraska has a linebacker Willis McGahee IV. Tennessee has a defensive back Christian Harrison, Rodney's son.
I was going to say Marvin's got
Notre
another
Dame
one.
has a safety named Kennedy Urlacher.
Gosh, man, the problem is here, you're not giving me guys that were in school. I mean, these are guys that I feel like I covered 5 years ago.
Louisville has a kicker, A.J. Vinatieri. No pressure there.
Wasn't Brian Urlacher a safety in college?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I get a college, please?
New Mexico?
New Mexico, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, that's kind of fun, though, to look at some of those guys.
Can I get just to round out the segment here?
Yeah, round it out.
I like to sometimes throw things together so that they
Please do.
accentuate a story.
Okay.
I need pop quiz music there.
Oh, accentuate.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Surprising news here.
What do you got?
Christian Braswell.
Cut.
Again,
don't care.
Yeah.
Not worried about Christian Braswell's that decision coming back to bite me. Which one is he? The Pitt kid?
Christian Braswell's the guy who made that big play, returned it, and there was a penalty. I think he's Rutgers, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you're right. Junior Pitt. I don't know. I can't keep. They did that whole corridor up there. None of them had played worth much.
Braswell was Rutgers, yes.
I need the 10. Yeah. I need the 10 most common opponents in Florida Gator football history.
Okay.
The 10 most common opponents. These are the 10 teams Florida has played more than any other schools in the history of their football program.
Okay.
And the point here, as that'll end up in there, I'll just spoiler alert. The team they play this weekend that most people think isn't a rivalry and is in the top 10.
So the top 10 most common opponents in Gators history.
And number 1, 102 games, 17 more than anyone else.
Okay. We played Georgia quite a bit.
Georgia.
Yeah.
102 games against Georgia. Number 2 is a rivalry.
Miami, I know, is in there because
they're number 7.
Yeah.
But that's just 7.
Yeah,
7 for Miami with 50. This will be the 57th meeting. We'll actually tie for 6 in the number of times they played Vanderbilt. There are a number of SEC schools that Florida has played Miami significantly more than.
Isn't that something?
The number 2 is a rivalry that greed and realignment screwed. It was Florida's.
Is it Auburn?
Yeah, arguably as big a rival as any.
Played Auburn second most?
85 times.
Wow. I know LSU's up there.
LSU's number 4, 70 times.
Yeah.
We got number 1 Georgia, number 2 Auburn, number 4 LSU, number 7 Miami.
What's number 10? Number-wise?
44. Miami's 57.
44?
Yeah.
All right, well then for sure FSU's in there.
FSU, 67. 5th most meetings of any. Florida's 37, 28, and 2 against FSU.
What are we?
37, 28, and 2.
Okay. And what is the last number, please?
44, which is one ahead of the 11th place's 43.
Okay. Give me the numbers that I've gotten already, please.
Georgia has 102, Auburn 85, LSU 70, FSU 67, Miami 56.
All right. I would say Kentucky's in there.
Kentucky's number 3.
That is correct.
Yeah, of all the SEC teams, they've met Kentucky third most. Kentucky, 74 meetings.
I would say... I know we had a long period where we didn't play Tennessee, but I think they're in there enough.
Tennessee is squeezed in because we've got that run of like 30-some years consecutively. 53 for Tennessee. They're number 9.
Okay.
I would have lost this game. There's a one in here that I would have not had in the top 10, and there's another that I would have that's not in there.
All right, so I've gotten Georgia.
Auburn 2, Kentucky 3,
Kentucky.
LSU 4, FSU 5, Miami 7, Tennessee 9.
Tennessee 9.
You're missing 6.
Are they
8?
Let me ask you this.
And 10.
Are they all SEC teams?
Yes.
Okay.
The next non-SEC team is almost on the list because they used to be SEC.
I mean, I got to think of the SEC East here. Like, I'm trying to think of, but I don't know. 47 times, you said is 10th?
44. One ahead of 11th place.
I don't think Alabama's going to be close, but I'm like...
they are. They're going to be down in they're close.
Yeah, they're going to be close. South Carolina more?
South Carolina 44. They're 10.
Okay.
Alabama's 43. I'm shocked that we played South Carolina more than Alabama.
Well, but you got to think...
Florida never played Alabama. Florida's first meeting with Alabama, 1904. They've only met 43. Florida's first meeting with Georgia, 1904. They played 102 times.
Yeah.
It's crazy they didn't play more back in the day.
Yeah.
So now you are missing 8. Shocked me. That's the one I would not have gotten. 6 and 8. 6 you'll get. I shouldn't have said the Alabama because you may have dumped it in at 8.
I was thinking Alabama.
Yeah. 1, you had the right idea with the SEC.
Oh, Vandy.
Vandy's 6, but who's 8? 8 surprised me.
Okay, so
8 surprised me. I would have put.
Let me look here. Who do I play? This is for the perfect thing, so I want to get it. You did give me a clue.
I think you will. You got very limited to choose from.
Well, I'm down to. Here's what I got to choose from. I got 3 schools, I think.
That's about right.
Yeah, I think I can go. Okay. I can go Arkansas, Ole Miss, or Mississippi State.
That's right.
And
when you do that, I think you'll get to the answer. At least to me, it seems like we played one.
Seems like Mississippi State most.
And it's not even close. 55 for Mississippi State. Okay. 25 for Ole Miss. Only played Ole Miss 25 times.
Yeah.
In 100 years.
Yeah. Well, it'll be 26 this year.
Arkansas barely played. Only 13.
Yeah. All right.
Tulane, another old SEC.
Tulane.
But Georgia Tech is the one really close. Played Georgia Tech in 1904. Georgia Tech played 39 times. But again, that's one they were playing they played Georgia Tech as many times as Bama almost. And they played Bama 6 times in the SEC. So regular season games, they played more against Georgia Tech than Alabama, even still.
Yeah. All right, let's grab a break. We'll come back, keep it rolling right here. We need some wheel spin suggestions. So let's let the Googans light that
Alan
out.
Shark Accessories Tuesday.
Yeah.
Great.
Here on the drill.
I got to go. I got to leave.
In your car or out of your car.
Get me out of this car.
Take 1010XL with you wherever you go.
We're online and ready.
By downloading our free 1010XL app. Available for all smartphones and tablets. The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Jenkins Genesis of Northeast Jacksonville is now open, and you're invited in as a VIP to tour the all-new facility. Be one of the first 100 people to check out the complete lineup of luxury vehicles by September 8th and see if you can crack the code to win a brand new car. See dealer for details. No purchase necessary. Genesis of NortheastJacksonville.com. And now open on Atlantic Boulevard. Genesis, where luxury is redefined.
Former Jaguars corner and first-year head football coach at Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows, K-12, Aaron Beasley here. Are you looking for an A-rated K-12 school prioritizing academics, arts, and athletics? Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows offers a rigorous curriculum to develop strong minds with an additional focus on growing good hearts. DCSB has been an A school for 8 years, and our tuition is free. Now enrolling. Apply at baymeadowscharter.org.
All right, you can do player. You can do player fantasy. Just got to go higher or lower on your statistical projections. It's Underdog. It's here to save your boring day. Football's never been more fun than with the Underdog Fantasy app, where you can multiply your cash by just being smart, statistically smart. It's that easy. Over 1 million fans have gotten into the game with Underdog last year. You compete against others in player v player, or see if you can beat the pack and become top dog. I'm telling you right now, go to the Underdog, either the website there at underdogfantasy.com or download the Underdog app. When you do, Underdog's going to give you a special when you use promo code Prosser. They're going to give you a special to use on your first contest and a deposit offer. That's promo code Prosser when you claim your new customer offer. And Underdog, you're going to love it. You're going to love everything about it. Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org if you're concerned with your play.
Oh my goodness. Fishing is more fun when you catch something.
Yeah!
Listen for the Wing Power Fishing Forecast Show with Captain Kevin. Brought to you by Veterans Wholesale Cabinets and Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Thursday nights at 6
on 1010XL AM.
Clearwater. John, I can't even mow my side yard. It's so soggy. Man, my builder sucks.
Brent, calm down. This is a common problem in neighborhoods where houses are built too close together. You need gutters and a properly installed French drain that will soak up subsurface water. We can completely dry it up.
So I can take my builder off my speed dial now, huh?
Yeah, we got you, buddy. Let that builder bitterness go.
Clearwater irrigation and drainage too.
Grab your lucky spot on the couch, because traditions make Sunday easy to enjoy. Bud Light, easy to Sunday, easy to enjoy. Bud Light is the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch. Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Davey Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago, Donna, said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing. Because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
Spend lunchtime with the ladies.
Hey, where's your sense of adventure?
They don't cook, but they serve up spicy sports talk.
Sure, it's on the menu.
Helmets and heels.
That is a meal.
Switched on by First Coast Lighting and Fans on 1010XL.
Wondering what you're going to do for dinner tonight? Southern Steer Butcher is a full-service butcher that offers take-and-bake side options that are oven-ready.
Now open in Ortega. For tasty tips and juicy breasts, choose Southern Steer Butcher.
Jags fans, our holiday pack is back with a special edition.
Trevor Lawrence, touchdown!
For the first time, get a limited edition Trevor Lawrence bobblehead plus a ticket to one of our December home games starting at $78. Wow! Whether you're looking for the perfect Christmas gift or want the one-of-a-kind bobblehead for yourself, grab a holiday pack today by going to Jaguars.com/bobblehead or call 904-633-2000 now.
Tickets are on sale now for this year's Florida Forum Speaker Series featuring former UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, physician and author Deepak Chopra, and author of Bad Monkey and Hoot, Floridian novelist Carl Hiaasen. Funds raised are for Kids Care Mobile ICUs, neonatal and pediatric critical care transport vehicles. These vehicles and helicopters safely transport more than 2,000 infants and children a year to Wolfson Children's Hospital. Get your tickets now at thefloridaforum.com.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods. Dandy subs and sandwiches. Look, we always want you to think about those great options as you're driving around Duval. But the beauty is, even as I'm dropping pounds, Dandy's got great options for me as well. Told you all about their protein packs, delicious salads that they have out there. They have fruit cups for on the go. You know what they have. Veggie snack trays. You can grab those on the go as well. Perfect, healthy snack. Dandy is the name to know when you're on the go. So stop into a Gate store anywhere around Duval and make yours a dandy, and do it today.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back.
Good to be here. Taking wheel suggestions right now on the text line. Here's a suggestion for the wheel. Have Jeff drive the range picker at Topgolf for an hour. Have people try to hit him. Only if the door is open. That would be my caveat to that. That would be one that I would think. Prosser plays Palm Valley in a hurricane wife beater and jorts. I'm cool with that. That would be fun. Good video. So we'll see what he says going forward. But yeah, we need the boys to light it up here on the text line and get some ideas for Jeff. He has lost the wheel, and so he's got to deal with that. We mentioned some of the cuts that have happened. Some surprises. Edmonds cut, Braswell cut so far by the Jags as it's sort of trickling out. So we'll get those throughout the morning, and the boys will have more here throughout. Remember, Ryan Nielsen said the Jags preseason depth chart was etched in sand, and I guess he meant it. Christian Braswell. Lions are releasing cornerback Stephen Gilmore. So, yeah, it's all happening here. About 1,000 people will be fired today.
And then there'll be a lot of finessing. A lot of guys released today will get, over on, we'll be able to, hook up with other teams. And the Jaguars are going to go get some other, some players. I think there's 2 or 3 areas now, maybe more. I mean, I don't know if they're just the same. I don't know. It's a bit mysterious to me, some of what they've done. Like going to signing Tayshaun with already an injured safety. I mean, maybe they're just so overjoyed with the 3 or 4 they got. They're not worried. I thought that Edmonds for sure would be on the team, at least till those guys came back.
Yeah.
And I don't know what there's not been any real tough ones yet because salary reasons or otherwise, right? Like something to catch if Roy Robertson Harris gets let go or Fortner. I mean, man, okay, we'll talk. That'll jar me a little bit, but to this point, it's nothing that's too suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder though with the trading of the D end. Gibson is kind of curious to me. I can't imagine there's not a backup plan outside of what's currently on the roster, whether that's, a trade target they know is out there or somebody who's potentially going to be waived or somebody, lower that we really haven't seen much yet. Miles Cole, for example. Like they're talking him up. Did he stand out to you at all through the preseason?
No.
Cole? I mean, I don't remember him really making a play or doing anything. Maybe at the end of one of those preseason games when you've kind of filtered off to not paying much attention, maybe something happened.
I think they still got to do something, but we'll see what happens.
I have the Herbie. It's
you do?
It's fantastic.
All right,
so this isn't real.
No,
but it'll sound
real.
real. Is that what?
This is Kirk Herbstreit.
It sounds very real.
After FSU's loss, he
This is AI,
right? No.
Oh, okay.
I think it's Herbie.
Oh, this is really him.
I don't know.
Okay,
you decide. You can listen.
Well, all offseason, all I heard were a bunch of insufferable 40-year-old virgins collectively crying that I didn't want to see Florida State get face in the college football playoff. Well, guess what? Georgia Tech just shoved their hornet right down your throat. You all cried that you didn't get into the 4-team playoff because you won the trash ACC last year. Well, L.O. Knowles fans, now you're going to miss the 12-team playoff too.
I mean,
Herbie's angry.
Yeah, it's just this is not going to end well.
No,
this is not. I mean, wars are going to be started with this stuff. This is what's happening, bro.
I don't know.
They're going to have to invent some sort of piece of equipment that you can detect whether something is like real or just being computer generated.
I had to make some quick edits on that because Herbie was off the chain.
Yeah, it wasn't Herbie at all, ladies and gentlemen. That's AI. Don't fall for it.
It's not Herbie.
It's not Herbie.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure Herbie's
Give me just a little clip again.
I don't think
about
Herbie
that.
ever publicly is going to say that anybody's going to be face blanked, okay? I don't think that's happening. I do not think this is Herbstreit.
Well, all offseason, all I heard were a bunch of insufferable 40-year-old virgins collectively crying that I didn't want to see Florida State get face in the college football playoff. Well, guess what? Georgia Tech just shoved their hornet right down your throat.
You don't think that's
you all
Herbie?
cried that
Yeah,
you
not
didn't
at
get
all.
into the
Okay.
14.
All right, Gibby. That's enough. Sounds like Herbie. Nyheim Hines, coming off ACL surgery, will remain on the NFI for at least the first
He's
4
with the
games.
Browns?
Yeah.
The Browns just love injured running backs, man.
Yeah. Giants are waiving wide receiver Isaiah Hodgins. 54 receptions and 581 yards, 7 touchdowns.
In his career?
In his career.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's not a year, is it?
Yeah. You see what did Jason Kelsey say this about Jalen Hurts?
Is it AI, maybe?
No. He tends to panic against zero blitzer when defenses show zero and then drop back.
You would say that about your own quarterback?
Yeah.
Right? That's your own quarterback.
No. I'm sorry, that's wrong. A defensive coach said that. This could be a serious problem, though, because Jason Kelsey is gone, is what they're saying.
Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah. Did you see Aaron Judge's catch last night? What?
Just read the text line. Have Jeff go to a Baker County game wearing Bradford gear.
Oh, boy.
After what we talked about this morning.
Yeah.
Robo Herbie. That sounds better than Robo Tiger.
Yeah,
Robo Tiger.
not at all. Robo Tiger's real and our creative genius. This is just plug stump into AI and they spit out the most demeaning, damning stuff they can. This is terrible. I'm not in favor of this, man.
Would you stand in line at a fast food joint with toilet paper hanging out of the back of your pants? Have to hold and feed some baby raccoons.
This is fair, as it went another hole-in-one challenge would be pretty brutal. I don't know if I would re-rack that the way that went.
Throw out a first pitch of a shrimp game in a Jose Reyes jersey.
I would do that. Yeah, I beg for that. I'm not doing. I don't know what's there's a certain amount of latency in some of you freaks out there. I'm not doing anything like partially nude or wearing dress. You guys are weird, man.
Have Jeff,
like a lot of weirdos want to see thongs and fishnets, and it's like y'all need to check yourself at some sort of clinic, man.
I don't think they necessarily want to see it. I think they're just trying to be funny.
Yeah, I don't think that's funny at all. It's not funny to talk about men wearing bras. That's not funny. That's weird. You little.
Got this.
I think you got a couple of chaps on there, too.
I got this tweet.
Chaps?
That voice is not KH. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it didn't sound like him.
We're having fun.
It didn't sound exactly like him either.
Have Jeff shave his head and dress in all black like Billy Napier.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to shave my head.
You shave your head?
Sure. Yeah, anything else?
Uh-huh.
I'm going to shave my head. Do you people hear what you say?
No.
Yeah, no, I won't be shaving my head.
Boys like the hole-in-one challenge.
Here we go. We'll see. Run a lemonade stand. There you go. Perfect. I like some of these. Feel like they're great.
You got to amp it up, fellas.
No, the hole-in-one challenge would have to incorporate something more than just doing exactly what we did. I'm not saying that something can't be done that I get like.
Right.
I just after that I deserve to have like a driver's whistled at me from 30 yards.
Yeah. You drive the.
I don't know how or what, but I'll let y'all. I'm not going to come up with suggestions. I'm just going to do vetoes and yeses. I have to hold and feed a baby raccoon. Oof.
Yeah, I like that.
I know.
Travis and Jason Kelsey are signing a 3-year, $100 million deal with Amazon for their podcast New Heights.
Oh, man. Are those things that good?
I don't know.
Like, what's so attractive? Who can y'all tell us?
Yeah.
Like, I get us. You're captured. You're in your car. You don't have much of a choice. These podcast listeners, search, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. What is it about the Kelsey podcast? And of course, I don't listen to podcasts. I listen to excerpts, right? I'm like everybody else. I'm an excerpt guy.
Tell me about this, before we head to break here real quick, tell me about this Nats outfield of the future. Do you like it? You think it's dangerous?
What do you mean? Wood, the tall guy?
You got Wood, Cruz,
yeah,
Jacob Young.
I think we're giving Jacob Young a lot of credit here, aren't we?
Yeah, he's had a heck of a year, apparently.
He homered against the Braves on Sunday.
He is the 15th player in Nats history to steal 30 bases and hit 20 doubles in the same season.
It's amazing. Good year. Amazing the talent coming out of here.
Yeah. He's a guy who,
just out of nowhere.
Yeah, like he's a guy who wanted, just.
I always want to make him was he ever a second baseman? I always want to make that guy a second baseman.
He wasn't.
Unbelievable.
But he's a guy who, he can run. That's his thing. He can
fast,
run.
Really fast.
Yeah, but he worked his way. FSU opens as a 17-point favorite over Boston College.
Okay.
A lot of points.
It was more than that before. They were more. I think they were like 19 and a half or 21 or something, I think, at one point.
All right, let's come back and talk to an old friend.
What do you mean?
See what he's got.
Who?
I heard E.T. might be hanging out.
Who?
Checking in. Yeah, exactly. Next
This is
on
the
the drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
I'm Frank Frangie with the Nimnik Nugget. The portal is great for college football, but on Saturday we saw a team that did not use the portal beat a team that did for that reason. Haynes King and all those offensive linemen from Georgia Tech are back, playing in the same offense, familiar with each other. DJU and other FSU players are getting used to each other. I thought that was the difference in the game and why Georgia Tech beat FSU. I'm Frank Frangie for the Nimnik family of dealers. Frank Frangie here, ready to experience used for you? You can with Car Bravo at Nimnik Buick GMC, Jacksonville's only Car Bravo certified dealer. Buying a certified used vehicle has never felt better. With Car Bravo, Nimnik Buick GMC can certify all makes and models: Honda, Toyota, Kia, Mazda, Ford. With promotional rates as low as 2.9% APR, now is the time to shop certified used vehicles at Nimnik Buick GMC. Who gives you top dollar for your trade? Nobody but Nimnik. Shop online at Nimnik Buick GMC. GMC, we are professional grade.
Yo, if you've been following me on my bookie, you will know that I'm hitting for straight cash, homie. It's your boy E.T. And are you ready for the ultimate college football season? Using my bookie's sportsbook and casino platform, you can bet on every game and win anytime, anywhere, straight from your mobile device. No app necessary. Just click on the link, sign up, and you're ready to rock. Did you know that the average college football game runs about 180 plays? Every catch, sack, and touchdown is another way to hit that straight cash, homie, using my bookie. And when you bet with my bookie, you're not just watching the games, you're investing in every moment of the action. And I'm speaking from experience. A few bucks on the line can turn any regular game into one of the most exciting games of the season. So make sure you head over to my bookie. And don't forget to use promo code TenTenXL when signing up to claim that $1,000 bonus on the first deposit. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with my bookie. Come on, somebody.
Great news, homeowners. Mortgage rates are tanking, and our friends at Loan Pronto have rates start with a 4. Best rate in years, you know that, if you've either been trying to buy or sell. If your current rate is over 6%, dump it now. Lower your house payment big time. Loan Pronto's locked in folks recently at 4.99% APR. There's that 4. Listen, maybe you've just got your loan a week ago, last month, or had a years. It's time to call Loan Pronto, because even if you're in process with another lender, you can stop and call and take advantage. Ask about their zero-cost rate reduction home loan. Lock into a lower rate with no closing costs in a matter of days with almost no paperwork and usually no appraisal. If you act now, you can even skip your next 2 house payments. So call now. Loan Pronto can give you a rate quote in minutes with no hard credit pull and no upfront fees like the other guys. Call 999-1508. It's 999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com.
Smooth sailing and a smooth taste of Vida de Luis, an all-natural tequila made with volcanic spring water and aerated to provide a smoother finish. Go to VidaDeLuis.com and set a course for smooth living today.
Jags fans, a new Everbank Performance account could be your ticket to London this October. Through the Everbank London Getaway, one lucky winner and a guest will receive round-trip airfare, hotel accommodations, and a pair of tickets to see the Jags play in London. To learn more and for official rules, visit everbank.com/London. No person necessary to enter or win. Open legal residence in 50 United States and D.C. 18 or older. Entry period for the Everbank London Getaway Suites is from 8/5/24 to 9/5/24. To enter and for official rules, alternate method of entry, prize description, odds of winning, and other details, visit everbank.com/London. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank N.A.
Expert Automotive is ready to keep you cool this summer. Right now, get an AC inspection or a system cooling checkup. Your choice for only $19.99. Their gift to you this summer is $50 off any service and a free tire rotation with any service. Their ASE certified technicians can keep your car cool without breaking the bank this summer. Call them at 374-3373 to get an appointment today. Expert Automotive. They never sell greed, only what you need.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On August 27, 1978, MLB Cincinnati Reds future Hall of Fame infielder Joe Morgan is the first to hit 200 home runs and have 500 stolen bases.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes, and the long, lazy, and hot days of summer are in full swing. There's nothing quite like it, unless you can enjoy summer worrying that your AC will break down. So do what I did and call the good folks at Fenwick Home Services. Book your tune-up with Fenwick's expert technicians to avoid those costly summer breakdowns. You can trust Fenwick to get your AC running again and get it done right the first time. Day or night, 24/7, Fenwick Home Services is here to keep your family cool and comfortable all year long. Book online at FenwickHomeservices.com.
Denny Thompson here. If you want to work with new tech security cameras or home automation, Tyson Sound & Security is a growing company looking for you now. Tyson is now hiring for sales, technician, and administrative positions. You'll start at the industry's most competitive pay, and they will train you. Apply online at TysonSoundandSecurity.com or call 762-1000. Tyson Sound & Security hiring sales, technicians, and administrative. Call 762-1000. Equal Opportunity Employer.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Hey, school's in session, and here's today's lesson. We have hundreds of new vehicles. Trax starting at $299 a month. Traverse for $399 a month. Silverados as low as $499 a month. And they all come with a 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. That means you and your soon-to-be drivers will be protected for the next 20 years. Plus, every purchase will help fund a teacher's project in our schools. Your next assignment, get to Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. Deadline August 31st. We're here to wow you and our teachers.
Guys, feeling deflated in the bedroom? ED, low T, no energy? If your stuff is broken, call 904-STROKEN or 904stroken.com. No shots in the first treatment, now free. Fix your ED at 904stroken.com.
This is Dr. James Perry, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
The Jaguar preseason now over. The team turns its attention to Miami, still looking to sharpen execution, says head coach Doug Peterson.
We'll look a little bit at Miami, probably later in the week. But right now, it's still let's clean up the game and continue to push.
During his press conference, Doug Peterson explained why the Jaguars traded Travis Gibson to the Seahawks.
When you have good players and other teams have needs, you're going to listen. You're going to listen to what other teams. It's no different during the draft process or free agency or anything like that.
Former Jag and Hall of Famer Tony Vaselli continues to express concern regarding the Jag offensive line.
It's 4 of the 5 same guys we had last year. You made one change, adding a 10-year center, who's an upgrade. That's the only change you made.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update, I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
Oh, I got to cool down from a busy Tuesday. Jeff, what are you cooling down from?
Cooling down on the bits and gimmicks that we put in the show through the years. I'm ready just to go straight. No more, no more sizzle, no more. Let's just come in and can we just talk about the 3-4 defense tomorrow? That's what I want to do.
I like this
one.
one.
I just want to break down. I just want to do box score. I want to do box score radio from now on.
I like this one. Dress like Benny the Jet and try to steal home.
Well, there you go.
Me at catcher and Murph at pitcher.
Okay.
Gibby can play third and we'll have a pickle.
Sold. I'll do it right now. Now that let's go outside right now. We all agree? Does that sound going once? There we go. The wheel's been spun.
No.
We're going to go get in a pickle.
Play a round of golf wearing a pair of clown shoes.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
It's all the same.
It's all the same.
All stupid, idiotic.
Yeah.
Not your ideas. They're fine. Yeah. I'm sorry for you.
Go to a Jags game dressed in New York Mets uniform. Watching a Mets game on your phone or tablet, cheering loudly for every play. Oh, God, I would love that.
That's 3 Will Spins in one. You don't get 3 of those. You get 1 of those.
That would be so good. That would be terrific.
So, yeah, that's what I'm cooling down on the bits and the creativity that we've needed to muster through all these years. That's it. I'm closing the box of creativity. Box score radio from now on.
Hole-in-one challenge with a beekeeper and the bees buzzing around.
Because being stung by... Save yourself. Save yourself.
Oh, my God. How about being an obnoxious fan at a Little League game until Blue kicks you out?
Yeah, I've been there, done that, but I'll do it again
that.
if you need me to. Sure, I got to make sure that they're all on board.
That would be fun.
No profanity, but yeah, I can get kicked out of a game real quick.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Once kick the bucket at third base, you
Ice
remember.
bath in a Gator bikini?
I mean, I'll not wearing a bikini top like some sort of freak, but I'll put shorts on and do an ice bath, I guess. I mean, people's need to see, like, sexual dysfunction is strange to me. Right?
I'm not reading this one.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a few on there you can't read.
What about shaving the eyebrow? I've always wanted you to do that.
I mean, whatever.
You do that?
Probably.
You would?
Probably. Do you think people would would
Put it on the wheel?
Would I then... I mean, if you're going to shave an eyebrow, don't you just shave both and hope people don't notice?
That's up to you.
I could lie and tell people I got some sort of disease or something. Maybe get some pity for a month.
One time, my brother shaved his eyebrows off and tried to draw them back with permanent marker.
Did he? I wouldn't go permanent.
That didn't work. Didn't go well.
Work.
Hey, if the rule is shave the eyebrow, that's just the rule, right? That's the spin. And I can do whatever I want to my eyebrows when we're done.
Mm-hmm.
Some big fluffy things. What it should be is you have to wear like different stylized eyebrows 5 days in a row. Big bushy ones one day, like they point straight up the next, like that evil look where one's straight and one goes up. Now see, that's a wheel spin.
That's a good.
Oh, what if I open up the box of creativity? No, that's it. Box score radio. That's what I want to do. Oh, did you see that 3-hitter for the Royals last night, Dan?
Impressive. Let's
What
get
a future. Master of the hit and run.
We have the artist formerly known as E. He now goes by Emmanuel.
Oh, he does, yeah.
Yes, on the hotline. Good morning there, Emmanuel.
Good morning. Good morning, gentlemen.
How are you, sir?
He's coming in all proper.
Buttoned up and stuff.
What are you doing? You in a suit or something?
What do we got going on here? What's the deal?
Emmanuel is doing well. Thank you for asking.
Yes, yes. Well, good to know. Good to know.
I mean,
hey, you ain't tired of spinning that wheel, man? What's up?
You know, here's what makes me feel so bad about it. I lost to a guy who didn't watch 5 minutes of golf all year.
That's the best part.
I get offended at that. I can't help but feel offended. I can't. That's why I'm down with these competitions where it's not a competition at all. You just go to Vegas and take the best available.
I like this one. I like this one because Jeff doesn't like these.
Yeah, I don't like either one of you.
Go to one of Get Smart John's shows and dance for 30 seconds during every song. That I like.
See, that's creative. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's terribly embarrassing, but that's fair. Each one, come on, just get another one. Each one.
Hey,
you know what I do?
Answer?
Here's what I would do. I would have Mrs. B just teach me one 30-second dance, and I'd do the same one every song. And try and make
that thing out.
It'd be bad though. 30 seconds is 30 seconds is longer than you think. But I will say this: it'll get real old. It'll get real old after a while.
Yeah,
like they'd enjoy it for the first 6 or 7. I let this guy go. He's annoying me.
I have Destiny for you too.
No, Destiny's done. Man. I'm
that's
not
your girl.
Taking your sloppy seconds from some website, mail order nonsense.
That's your girl. I'm sorry.
It's a hockey sticks no on that one.
A lot of folks on the text line are saying,
when is your parole? I mean, I know you meet the board this week. I mean, do
we have a date?
Talk about him letting you out or?
Man, I don't even have a date. I got a doctor's appointment next week, so hopefully we'll see. Yeah, we'll see, man. I'm still probable.
Okay.
So, I'm questionable.
Questionable now. He's
questionable for the opener?
Wow.
Downgraded.
Yeah, questionable, man.
Downgraded.
Okay. All right.
Well,
all right.
We'll just run out E.J. Perry and see how we do.
I'm better than him.
In general, settle down. I can't have you take it personal.
All right, my man. Well, get well. We're wondering. There's questions in the air. People are talking in here, and there's whispers in the building. I don't know what to tell you.
Hey, let him whisper.
Let him cook. See you, E.
See you.
Let him cook.
All
Let him cook.
Let's. We're gonna see what's trending in there with Mac Jones. Mac Jones.
There you go. I'll take Mac Jones.
50 is what we do. 50.
All right.
I'll do this
not
pretty
48.
quick.
Is it not 50?
Nope.
It's not 50. All right, never mind. We're not trending.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh.
Is 50 not the...
Yeah, we got to hand off, and it's going to take 2 minutes, and I mean, we got to know the show.
You put me in the pressure grinder. I'm cracking.
You're
I'm now cracking. Goodbye, everyone. It's been a Catlin Trucking Accessories
I got
Tuesday.
this.
You guys have one heck of a little discussion.
All right, go ahead, Gibby.
Now, the 2-minute drill brought to you by Injury Care Centers. Discover BioTarget Regenerative Therapy, a safer drug-free solution for lasting pain relief. Visit GoBioTarget.com.
Good morning, Tony.
Good morning.
Looks like Logs is here. We got cut day. They're trickling out. It seems like there's a couple somewhat surprises, or no? Are you surprised by Edmonds or Braswell being released?
Edmonds a little bit more than Braswell to me. I know I'm going to ask Logs about this when we get on. I'm pretty sure that Braswell was one of the guys he was talking about last week. Didn't see anything that kind of stood out, like kind of above the line for Braswell throughout the process here in the preseason. But we'll get into all that with Jeff, obviously, throughout the show. Look back on Friday night a little bit for what we can get out of it, right, against the Atlanta Falcons and some of the guys that stood out to end the preseason. But yeah, we'll get into all that. We got the cuts coming down in 6 hours. You know, it's time. Whatever the team's going to be, we're going to find out for sure in just a little while.
Yeah, and I think they'll continue to come out throughout the trickle out throughout the morning. And then again, though, it's different now with the practice. What is the practice squad? Is it 17?
16, I believe.
16 dudes?
Yeah, 16.
Wow.
And you have more flexibility with bringing guys up and down week to week.
Right.
Like COVID demanded that all those things be put in place, right, just so teams could have full rosters by the time they were going into games. That was the nature of that season. And the league very rightly said, you know what, we're going to keep it the same way going forward. It makes sense. I mean, you went from 8 to 16, like you doubled it, you know, over a short span of time. So there are a lot of guys who didn't have NFL jobs 5 years ago that now at least get to stay with NFL teams and keep training a little bit going through a season. It's a good idea from a league perspective. So, yeah, 16, that's the size of the squad.
All right, well, have a great show. Mike and Tony, Jaguar State. Jeff Lageman in the house as well. We'll talk to you again mañana. Have a great day, everybody.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Bringing spirited sports conversation to you.
That's impossible.
Morning to night.
That's impossible. Who are you?
Jacksonville Sports.